Welcome to the Couch of Randomness, episode number 13. I am John, I'm your host, and on the couch, as always,
I'm Rose.
My God, E3, the conferences are done. Every single one of them. And we are the two idiots that watched every single one of them. Why? For you. And for our own entertainment, to see if we can actually find games that we're looking forward to coming out. We have already pre-ordered a lot of those games, but you know what? Let's sit down and let's go through every single conference minus PC Gaming Show, because that
we
one
didn't really pay much attention.
Yeah,
to the PC
I had it
Gaming
on,
Show.
and it was just kind of.
It's been a long 4 days.
It really, really has.
And by the time PC Gaming Show got here, we were just like, no.
Yeah.
So tired.
We're pretty exhausted.
Brain dead.
We're a little brain dead right now. I'm impressed we got this podcast done. So, you know what? Sit down on this couch. It's a long one, and let's have some fun. So I think this is the first time in our history as being together, and obviously for the podcast, that we watched every single E3 conference.
When it was live.
Like, there were a couple years we watched them all, but we went back and watched them a couple days later. But I was off all 5 days, 4 days of conferences, and was able to watch every single one of them live. And we actually watched some that we weren't expecting to watch because we didn't know they were a conference. So,
such as Limited Run games.
Who knew that was going to happen? So I hope everyone's ready, because we're going to hit every one of them. Highlights.
We're going to hit the conferences. We won't talk about every single game because good God, Xbox.
Lord. So let's start off. Yeah, Xbox. Oh my God. Let's start off with this. How are you feeling? Because we're recording this on Tuesday. Hopefully this is out on Tuesday.
We're going to try.
We'll try. How are you feeling? We've gone through every conference now.
I'm feeling overwhelmed.
Okay. I'm with you on that one.
I'm feeling overwhelmed at the amount of news that I have seen, especially yesterday. Yeah. Yesterday had the most conferences.
Yeah, that would be Monday. Monday had the most conferences. And it was kind of like, all right, we woke up, had our coffee, and just kind of lazed about, and then conferences.
And then from noon till like
10?
Like 9 or 10 p.m.
When Sony ended, we did nothing but conferences.
Yeah. We had a little bit of break in there.
Yeah.
Which I'll get into what I did. But what was your favorite conference? Overall, God help me, it was Ubisoft's. Yeah.
Ubisoft's was the best conference, in my opinion.
Ubisoft had the most fun.
Yes.
They didn't overdo the games that they announced.
No, they didn't. But the games they announced, I was actually pretty okay with. And as I was tweeting, I still want a dancing panda to walk in front of me to announce that I'm there, because I would love that. I liked Ubisoft's. Number 2 for me, probably Nintendo.
Okay, but what about live conferences?
Oh, live conferences?
Because like Nintendo and Square Enix both had recorded conferences.
Okay, so you're going to put a little asterisk next to them?
Yeah.
Okay, live conferences. I would go with Ubisoft, and
I think EA is my second favorite.
Yeah.
And they don't even have a ton that I'm excited for, but like the structure of the conference.
Okay, if we're going to talk about structure conference, then yes, EA's was better. It wasn't as cringy as last year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that was...
And hey, we almost got an apology.
We sort of got it. Okay, let's start with EA.
So EA was the first conference.
EA was the first
conference.
conference.
On Saturday.
So, I mean, they announced obviously we knew about Battlefield V, whatever, it's coming up. 5. Well, they call it as Battlefield V.
True.
So,
I don't know.
And Battle Royale was confirmed. So, I mean, it took, and I like that Kotaku said this. Well, we're 6 minutes into E3 and the first Battle Royale has been confirmed.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I don't blame them.
No, I don't blame them at all either, because it's the big thing right now. But I do like, and I was right about they're called war stories, where it's not a full-fledged single-player campaign, but little vignettes here and there.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, all right, that's cool. I'm kind of down with that. So Battlefield has my attention.
The other thing that I really like about Battlefield, because overall I don't really care.
Yeah.
But the one, I mean, but something that I really liked about it is they already made the announcement. There are no loot boxes and there's no premium pass. There is no pay to win.
Yeah. And there's no season pass.
Anything that you buy,
cosmetic.
you know it's going to be cosmetic and you know exactly what you're buying.
Yeah.
So like if you want this skin, you can buy this skin, and instead of buying 100 loot boxes and hoping and praying that the skin is in at least one of them.
So I mean that is awkwardly a semi-apology in my opinion for Battlefront.
Well, to me, that's the smarter way to do it. I mean, I understand loot boxes get you a lot of money, but for me as a video game player, I want to know what I'm buying.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a very weird line to walk too, because as video game players, we technically don't know what we're buying when we buy a game. Like, am I going to get the $1 per or 1 hour per dollar that I spend concept? So like
with my games, I'm going to get more than that.
Oh, you're going to get more than that.
But I do a lot of RPGs.
But I mean, or do you like, all right, I know I'm getting into this game that's going to be $60, but as long as I get one or half of that. So for 30 hours, I'm getting...
Yeah, if I play this game for 30 hours, then I've
made my money.
It worth it.
I've made it worth it. So it's a very weird line to follow on that one, but I am interested in Battlefield. I don't know if I'm going to pick it up, probably because I know one of our guys, one of our friends, squad members, he plays a lot of Battlefield, so I have a good feeling I'm going to be picking this one up.
That's fair.
Move, Shroomy, you're making me hot.
Yeah, Brandy was using Shroomy when she and I recorded the other day.
No, that makes sense. All right, FIFA 19.
Sports!
That's coming.
Also, Hans Zimmer helped with music for the trailer, and as a complete nerd, I thought that was awesome.
That was a little weird.
That is literally in my notes. Hans Zimmer helped with the trailer.
That's all I have in my notes, too.
I also have EA bringing the World Cup to FIFA 18. So if you like FIFA,
cool, then
they're bringing the World Cup mod to FIFA 18.
Yeah, cool. So that's kind of pretty much what I said about that one. This EA Origins premiere thing kind of has me a little intrigued.
Origin Access Premiere. And Madden is coming to PC.
Yeah, Madden's coming to PC. Madden 19, or I guess it's 2019 for right now. I don't know if they're going to change it to Madden 53 or whatever it's going to be. But I like that you're going to have access to the games faster. Like everyone's going toward the Netflix model.
Yeah.
And this one actually kind of has me a little more like, I might pay your $99 for a year concept.
Yeah,
I was looking into it. Like, what's the price? What can I get? All right, like for $99, and you're gonna let me have Madden, Battlefield, all those games like then and there. That kind of makes sense, especially if I decide to buy Madden.
Yeah, like honestly, if you were gonna buy 2 EA games, then there's the $100. That's $120.
Yeah. But for 100, I can get those. So, I mean,
you can get more games.
It just depends on what you're going to play. I thought that was kind of cool. And then they did say they're working on a streaming platform.
Yeah. And they're trying to get it to mobile phones.
Mobile phones. That is the big thing that I've noticed is mobile phones. We want console quality gaming for anything.
I'm just like, that's a little that's extra.
Cool. But okay, so I think you and I got most excited about this one, which it was the strangest way to say that a game is being made.
Yeah, so
it was odd as all get out.
The host was walking through the audience and she finds one guy and she's just like, "Oh, hey, don't you have a game to announce?" Yeah,
it was I don't know if it's the developer or the CEO. I should have wrote his down his name, but it was one of the main guys from Respawn Entertainment. Okay. He was one of the main guys, and Respawn did Titanfall, so that perked me up because I enjoy Titanfall more than I liked Call of Duty in the last couple rounds.
Yeah.
But they announced Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, where you get to play as a Jedi.
Duh.
And it takes place during the Dark Times. The Dark Times means between episodes 3 and 4.
Okay.
Just to make sure. It's going to come out holiday of 2019, and that's all that we know.
Did we need this announced?
This goes back to my argument that I've made in the past of at least now they don't have to keep it as under wraps. Like they were able to control a little bit more information coming out about the game. So I understand that.
I'll give you that one. I was just like, why?
That way it wasn't leaked.
Yeah, I was just like, why? Why are we talking about this one? I mean, summer 2019, that's cool because, I mean, holiday 19. That's fine.
I'm just like, you could have at least given us a logo.
Yeah. You pulled the Metroid Prime. That's what you could have done, but you didn't.
No.
But I am excited because, like I said, I like Respawn, and we're going to have lightsabers.
Yeah.
So I'm down with that. I think Respawn's games are very fun. Mm-hmm. And with the wall running and how they kind of perfected that and made it look nice. And I have a feeling that having force powers, if it is a first-person game, will be a lot of fun with this through Respawn. So that one I'm actually really excited for.
And that's something that I might even try, because if I'm going to play an action game, I'm going to play something that has swords and melee weapons instead of guns, blasters, whatever.
Yeah.
Or at least that is heavier into melee.
Yeah.
Because that's easier for me.
Gotcha. So let's see. Star Wars Battlefront 2.
They almost apologized for last year.
I will admit, the guy was like, you know what? He pretty much said we fumbled the beginning of that game.
Yeah, but then he just kind of brushed past it.
I mean, yeah.
It was almost an apology.
No one really apologized, but it was enough to like, all right, we kind of learned you're going to get dog fights, which is kind of cool for me. I enjoy dog fighting when in space, two planes going at each other. So that's cool.
They're bringing Ewoks from Endor. And then, they're going to bring in some kind of hunt mode. And
then Clone Wars is coming.
Yeah.
And then they're in the solo set of what's going on right now. So young Han is there. And
yay.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I was like, you lost me. You lost a lot. You lost me. You lost a lot of your player count. So I don't know if you're doing enough to bring people back.
I'm not sure.
So it was just kind of one of those in one ear, out the other for me, unfortunately. But good luck, EA. That's all I have to say about that one.
So a game got announced right before the conference, and
it was almost
I'm still not sure if I actually need this game, but it looks cute.
Yeah.
Unravel 2. So it is co-op, but you don't have to play co-op. Like, you can just kind of carry your other person, or on puzzle sections you have to be separate and like you go back and forth more like a Lego game.
Yeah, they share one yarn. So that's kind of cool. You got a red Yarny and a blue Yarny.
Yeah.
I mean, the developer said this game's more about fresh starts and new chances.
Yeah, I said that the game focus is more on hope and less on love, is the impression that I got.
Gotcha. I noticed there was like new mechanics, like wall jumping. I don't remember there being wall jumping in the first one.
I don't remember.
Because we played it on Couch Cavade, so I remember that distinctly. But I'm like, I don't remember me having to wall jump.
Yeah,
so
and
I was like, that's kind of cool.
It's a platformer, so I'm kind of out. But you and Michael would be great for this game.
Yeah, that's not the next game we're going to be playing.
No.
And then
but Unravel 2 is available.
Yeah, I like that they're like, oh, we finished it. It's out now.
Yeah.
I kind of like when developers do that. I was a little hesitant on how many people were going to be like, oh, it's out now. Yeah. Because then you get kind of overwhelmed. But I was like, all right, that's cute enough that it was 2 years ago you announced it.
Yeah.
It's out now. Here you go. And enjoy it.
The developer was much more self-assured this time.
Yeah.
Like, his fingers weren't shaking as
and whatnot.
much.
So that was nice.
But, it was nice to see that growth. I thought that was cute.
Yeah, the new EA Origins, I think I'm saying it right, the EA Origins game. They're the ones.
Original?
Original, yeah, not Origins, Originals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's where EA doesn't get any money.
Yeah, it's specifically for indie games and indie studios.
They just want to help studios get their games out for people to play. This year's is called Sea of Solitude.
Yeah. And this dev was even more nervous than Yarny's dev, than Unravel's dev.
And it's from Joe Me Games, and they're from Berlin.
Okay.
I made sure to write
that down.
And then it's pretty much the concept of getting so lonely you become a monster. That's pretty much the whole idea of the game. Is it deals with the emotion of being lonely and what it does to oneself, and you do become this monster within yourself, and it's dealing with that kind of concept of a game.
Okay.
And I was like, that's actually really cool. Now that I stop and think about it, we have played the other two EA originals, so yes, we're probably going to be playing this one. I just registered. Last year's was a way out.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, because Sea of Solitude comes out early 2019.
Yeah. So I'm down with that one. That one's cool. NBA Live 2019.
Madden is coming. Cool. They had a mobile game tournament on stage. It was super weird for Command and Conquer.
Oh, yeah, Rivals. It was a shoutcast. And I'm literally
I had no idea what it was.
Yeah, it was a shoutcast about Command and Conquer, a mobile game, which, all right, Command and Conquer is cool, but you're hyping a mobile game. And I was just like, why? Like really yelling and trying to get really into it. And I actually toned it out after about 3 minutes.
Yeah, I literally wrote in my notes, they have some mobile game up, not sure why.
There you go.
And then I wrote the name.
There you go. Yeah, Command and Conquer Rivals, whatever. And then their Pièce de la Résistance.
Pièce de Résistance.
Was Anthem.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, EA. All right, BioWare. You have my attention now.
Yeah.
I was absolutely, I don't want to say blown away.
It looks really
but
cool.
It looks gorgeous. And Michael's already on board.
Yeah.
I sent him, I'm like, just look at this stuff. I start texting him, look at it. We're going to play this game.
Yeah.
But I was like.
And like, I think it's really cool that when you're flying, because you're in a mech suit.
Yes.
And you fly around to get through most of the world. And as you're flying, you overheat.
Yeah.
So one of the things that you can do to cool off if you don't want to just land is fly through water.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. There's a lot of detail and attention to that through this trailer they kind of gave us. Like, it's a living shared world that we all share the experiences with. So the servers, they're going to be kind of, you can jump in with your friends, but you can't really, there's no PvP in this game. But EA and BioWare can go, oh, we're going to put a storm in and turn on the storm from the main server, and it drops a storm in everyone else's server that they're doing, so that you have this shared experience.
Whether you are playing by yourself solo, or if you're out with friends, or if you've just met up with new people, if there's a storm, you see the storm.
Yes. So I to have that kind of, oh yeah, I'm playing by myself, and I have buddies who've been playing together, and we can talk about the storm or something that happened within the ecosystem that changed the layout of the land. They're blending this multiplayer and single player thing together, where your single player concept through BioWare's like storytelling, because that's what BioWare is known for, is in the base itself. And then when you leave the base is when you meet up with friends or you run with the AI and do that multiplayer quote unquote concept.
And you can go out with friends, or you can go out and the server will alert you if there are people around you doing certain quests.
Yeah.
And you can join them.
I think that's kind of cool.
I think that's pretty cool, because I'm not one who makes a ton of online friends.
Yeah.
So if I ever found a game that was interesting to me, then I think that would be a good way for me to actually level up and progress in the game.
I dig that they also said like they designed it in a way for new stories to be added. Like pretty much saying you're going to be paying $60, $80, $100 depending on these
which level you get.
Yeah, the collector's guide, collector's edition, whatever you get. Yeah. But it sounds like I'm going to be getting my money's worth out of this game by playing it, just with adding on new content, like how they have this living world that they want to expand on when they need to. I kind of really like that. I like that they were talking about it's a world. It's not Earth. It's not, we're in outer space and we've gone to a different Earth. It's not an alternate timeline.
Different dimension.
It is literally a world left behind by the gods.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right.
So like they had gods that were there. The gods have left, but the tools are still there, including the beasts.
Yes. So I thought that was kind of cool. Like I said, the gameplay and the lore can change the world, and when the world changes, everyone notices it.
Yeah.
So how I changed the world for like someone else, they might not even know, and then they'll just start flying like, wait, that wasn't there yesterday.
Yeah.
What happened with that? I kind of cool that. The exoskeletons are called javelins.
Yeah.
There's 4 of them. The Ranger, the Colossus,
the Interceptor,
and the Storm. Thank you, because I typed Ranger twice, and I was like, no, that's not right.
No, I made sure to type them.
But I like that you can level up your pilot, which levels up your javelins, and then you can play within each individual javelin and level that up. But you're not stuck to that javelin class.
Yeah, like you don't have to choose whether you're a warrior or a mage or whatever. You have each of the 4 javelins, and you can pick from there.
Yes.
And you can customize the look of the javelin so far as paint goes.
Yeah, I dig that. I really, really like that.
Yeah.
No loot boxes. Cosmetics are the only thing you have to pay for, but you don't have to.
But it's only cosmetic.
I love
There's
that.
no pay to win.
There's a lot of people going, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Seriously.
And you don't have to do anything in the sense of like, it's a complete story. They want to make sure they give you a complete story without the cosmetics, without the loot boxes. And it's a full-fledged, fully realized world and story, which BioWare, notwithstanding the last game, does really well.
Yeah.
So I'm down with that. It's supposed to come out February 22nd. February 22nd is a very busy day already. We're noticing after this week of E3.
Yeah, I get to start putting all of these games into the calendar soon. I'm going to cry at how much money we're spending.
So we'll go from there. I'm sure I'm going to pick it up. If I got Michael sold, I just got to get the rest of our squad, crew, unit.
Your boys.
My boys. I'm sure I can get them.
Because so far you haven't found a girl to play with, because it's just not my kind of game.
No, I haven't. I'd love to. I would love to have a girl just because
I mean, and that's
I'm
the
all
thing.
about it.
It's not that he's trying to get me to not play. It's just, it's not my kind of game.
Nope. It is really not. I found your kind of games, and you run that way with your kind of games. So if you look up the definition of word vomit,
oh my goodness,
you will find
There's
Xbox,
be
Microsoft.
a little GIF of Microsoft's E3 conference this year.
2018. Word vomit.
Goodness.
I've never been, I take that back. I was not overwhelmed. I've never been overwhelmed to that point. We'll talk about the other one that overwhelmed me. 50 games Microsoft announced.
In what was it, an hour and a half?
Hour and a half. Literal word vomit. On top of, they decided to go ahead and spend a lot of money to buy new developers.
Yeah.
Under this weird, like, I get why they did this, but you can't beat them, buy them kind of idea.
Yeah.
And I found that very odd. So, I mean, the conference started off with Halo Infinite. We're getting a new Halo. We called it.
Master Chief is back.
Master Chief is back. Go back to the core of what made Halo good. I'm down. That's cool. Ori and the Will of the Wisps coming out in 2019. Beautiful game.
And there's an owl companion. So Brandy thinks it's adorable.
Please, for the love of God, help me with this next one, because this is from Softwares that I thought was Bloodborne 2, and it's not.
Sekiro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, from Software and Activision, of all people.
Yeah.
And I read a quick article or fast. They're like, why did you partner with Activision? And From Software pretty much said, we're trying to find Western developers and Western like publishers to partner with so we can get our games out to more people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is pretty much being a ninja with a grappling hook, and I am in.
And it takes place in the daytime.
Yeah, takes place in the daytime. I think I read it was
there's also night stuff.
1500 Japan. I think is what I read in that article.
Sure.
Yeah.
I just put feudal Japan.
Just run with me because I read an article.
No, I believe you.
So I think that's cool. And it still has Bloodborne style monsters or Dark Souls monsters that's still kind of freaky.
They're still huge.
So I'm in on this one.
And there's no release date.
No release date. That makes me sad.
So no release info. Fallout.
Yes.
They moved on to Fallout. Fallout 4 is on Game Pass currently.
Yeah, Fallout 4 Game Pass. That's
actually
cool.
All the Fallout games are now on Game Pass, right?
I think it's just Fallout 4. I don't have my phone on me.
No, I'm confusing it with something else.
No, yeah, I know what you're confusing it with.
Fallout 76 is coming out this year.
We'll wait for Bethesda's.
Yeah.
They talked about Fallout 4 or Fallout 76 on the Xbox conference, but we'll talk about that one through Bethesda's.
Yeah.
What do you think of this Captain Spirit game, or do you want to wait until we get to...
Pass.
Okay. That's all I want to know.
Pass.
Hard pass. Crackdown 3 is still coming. I don't know why. I feel bad for Terry Crews.
My note is literally, what's the design aesthetic?
It still looks like a 360 game.
It's very weird.
Really does, and I'm a little sad about that one. But that's apparently coming February 2019. We'll see.
I'm glad you wrote that
I'm
down.
sure it's going to get pushed back again. Nier Automata is coming into the Xbox.
On June 26th.
Which kind of makes me sad because I really like that being an exclusive.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. But you know what?
But I get it.
Xbox can now share in the glory that is Nier Automata.
Yeah.
I say that like I've played it.
You played like
3-4 hours.
4 hours?
Yep. Metro Exodus. That actually looks cool.
It does.
I'm actually really in on that one. Very dystopian future, but cold dystopian future. Is that kind of what the feel you got, or like?
I think so.
Yes,
it's a first-person shooter. Anyone could be your enemy. It's apparently I thought it had good weapon customization.
Yeah, you took a lot more notes than I did because literally I was overwhelmed. I was like,
and it comes out February 22nd of 2019.
Dang! Okay, you even got the release date. They talked about.
I did the best that I could.
They talked about Kingdom Hearts, but I think we'll talk about that during Square Enix or PlayStation, either one. I don't care.
They did show off Frozen.
Yeah,
this was the first time that we've seen Frozen's world.
Good point. We called it Sea of Thieves. We're getting more content. Thank the Lord. Glory, hallelujah. We're getting something called the Cursed Sail in July, and it seems like we're gonna have more like NPCs actually sailing ships and coming after us, like Skelly Man NPCs. So that'll be fun. I think Michael looked it up too, because Michael and Brandy were over, and we're going to be getting an actual ship that we can sail. So we're going to get a new ship. That's fun. It kind of
looks like the Black Pearl.
It almost looked like the Black Pearl. I agree.
Similar to.
But I'm excited for that one. And then we get Forbidden Shores in September.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're staying on that releasing new content every 2 months kind of thing. So yeah. So November-ish, we'll probably get some more. But hey, we're getting more Sea of Thieves stuff. Who knew?
Yeah.
Again, Battlefield 5.
No release.
I don't know when that's coming out.
That's literally my note on that. Really? That's the only thing.
So the one that got me excited, and I didn't expect it to, well, I expected to get me excited, but I didn't expect him to get like hyped. Like,
John was started yelling, like he was super excited.
Super excited. It's Forza Horizon 4.
Yeah.
I've already proclaimed my love for the Forza game, especially Horizon. But I mean, this bad boy is set in Britain. I don't know why I said Berlin. It is. I have Britain on my notes. I just jumped to Berlin. I don't know why.
Because you said Berlin earlier.
But what I dig is that it's got dynamic weather season changes.
Yeah.
That is nuts. And so it changes how you have to play.
Yeah.
Love it. I love it.
Their specific example is like they were showing a race around a lake in spring.
Yes.
And then they moved into winter and they were just like, oh, and by the way, the lake is now frozen, so you can drive across it and get to something that you couldn't get to before.
Like, you have to run the gamut of the seasons. Now, the question is it going to be coinciding with the seasons of where we're at? Or is it going to be... It wasn't very
clear if it's going to be in-game time or if it's going to be real-world time.
Yeah, or like just running with Britain. I would be down if it was just set in Britain's season.
Yes and no, because that gets annoying with games like Animal Crossing. Because then, like, I can only... like, Animal Crossing, most of the time I can play that in the evenings.
Yeah.
So every time that I get in, it's starting to get dark.
Gotcha. Okay. I follow you on that one.
Or, like, you have to wait until a specific day to actually get access to this special event, things like that.
Yeah. They're going to have cool world events. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to come out October 2nd. And it's coming of this year, and it's coming to Game Pass.
Yeah.
That blows my mind.
Oh, and also every single driver you see is a real person.
Oh, is a real person. That's right. They're getting rid of the drivatars, which kind of makes me sad because I like saying drivatar. But yeah, every person you see is a real person in the world. I love that. That's fantastic. So I will be playing that. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm just going to jump on and keep Game Pass, or am I going to buy like the collector's edition that comes with the season pass and all the freaking cars?
Yeah.
I don't know yet.
Next, they announced there are 5 studios that they've bought.
Yes.
They made The Initiative. It's a new Microsoft studio in Santa Monica.
Yes.
Undead Labs.
Yes.
They built a zombie survival franchise.
Yeah, State of Decay.
Playground Games is now part of Microsoft Studios.
And they kind of hinted when they said Playground Games, they kind of hinted that they are actually working on Fable. They literally were like, there's a company coming that's working on a game that we can't talk about it, but they're good at their open world. Yeah. I mean, Playground's really good at that. Cough, cough, hint, hint.
Yeah.
So I see them doing that one. Ninja Theory Games, which
made Kung Fu Chaos and Hellblade.
That's right. There you go. It's like, I know, and there's a couple others. I know there are a couple others, but I can't remember off the top of my head. And then Compulsion Games. Which did
We Happy Few.
I find that interesting.
Yeah.
That Microsoft just goes, all right, here's the money. come to us.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting how they're going to do that.
Like We Happy Few is currently in pre-game
it's beta.
release.
Is it alpha or beta? It might still be alpha.
It's got to be beta because the full game is coming on August 10th. So
I don't know.
I'm really hoping that it's beta by now.
That's cool. I dig that. I mean, we'll see what comes of this. That way, like Microsoft, hey, we were complaining that Microsoft doesn't have enough first-party content or exclusives. Well, they've dropped the money to get those exclusives. So
so that's awesome.
I do not see any of these companies giving us anything on the Xbox One. In all 5 of those companies that got exclusive, I feel like Xbox and Microsoft are gearing up to drop just exclusive after exclusive on the next gen consoles.
So we're ignoring We Happy Few and Forza Horizon?
Yes, we actually are. Yeah, Forza Horizon is a known one.
We're ignoring that those are already coming?
Those are already coming.
For the Xbox One?
The ones that are in development right now.
And we're going to pretend like they're not going to put out any games in the next 2 to 3 years?
Well, Forza is an annual game. So we know another Forza is coming out, but that's already an exclusive. They just went and bought that company out so Playground Games doesn't go to anyone else. But that was already an exclusive. We Happy Few, while it is an exclusive, I'm pretty sure I can buy it on Steam. So it's technically not, it's a console exclusive.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it from the point of view of, I bought these games. Let's gear up to make sure that we win next. As a business person, I would be gearing up to make sure I win the next one. And so that's why I think these 5, I'm sure there's going to be 1 or 2 that they have in development that's going to drop on the Xbox. But I'm sure most of the ones that are like, oh, we have this idea, we have this vision of a new game, it's going to be the next console.
Okay, so what you're saying is these 5 studios, any game that they are starting.
Starting, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
starting.
not games that are already in the works.
Oh yeah, not in the works.
Okay.
Yeah, not. I wouldn't say.
You're not very clear about this.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. It's very hard because some of the games that aren't in the works might get pushed back. So that's why I just said what I did, because there might be a game. They might have games that are pretty close to being announced, or they still could be working on, and they just might push back. I mean, think of Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts was supposed to come out on a PlayStation 3. We all know that. And it kept on getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. Now it's on the PlayStation 4. So there is a possibility that some of the games they are working on do get pushed back to the next generation Xbox. That's why I said it that way. And that's the only reason I said that.
That was a super confusing way to say it.
Yeah, well, stay with me, woman. All right, PUBG. Who cares?
PUBG. A new map?
Yeah, new maps, new modes, winter 2018. Cool. Tales of
Vesperia.
There we go. Definitive edition. That's cool.
That's coming to pretty much all platforms.
Yeah. The Division 2. I actually am really in on this one.
Yeah.
Now, Michael and I really kind of freaked out.
Did.
Set in DC, coming out March 15, 2019. I liked the developer, what they said about the bullet sponge, that we're set in a real world, but it takes 25 headshots to kill someone. So I like that they're kind of changing that one, and we'll get into a little bit more when we get to Ubisoft.
Okay, so basically in the Division 1, it was too hard to kill people. They're fixing that in Division 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So there's that. Let's see. Xbox Game Pass starting to be a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Really being a pretty good deal.
They are working on servers and everything else so that games will start up twice as fast.
Yes.
And that's going to start in June for select titles. If they said which titles, I did not write it down.
They didn't. They just said they had a couple, so I don't believe they did. Obviously, new games are coming. The Master Chief Collection is coming. That's cool. Mm-hmm. Forza Horizon 4 is going to be day and date, so when the physical drops, you can actually download it on the Game Pass.
Forza and Crackdown 3.
And Crackdown 3. Pretty much all their first-party games.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Like we thought.
The Division is actually already out.
Yeah, the
first Division.
Okay, so games that are now on Game Pass.
Yes.
The Division.
Yes.
What else?
Master Chief Collection and Fallout 4.
And Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Edition.
Oh, yeah, that one too. Okay. Those are now out. They pretty much were like, they're not out at the day of the conference.
Yeah.
And I think it took a day. I think I downloaded them the next morning.
Within 24 hours.
So that's cool. Let's see. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Cool.
It is coming September 14.
Sweet. A game called Session that I thought was going to be Skate 4.
Yeah,
but
it's not.
It's not. But it's a skating game that apparently was kickstarted, and they need to redo the controls because apparently the controls you do left and right from the bumpers or the triggers. You don't actually use the analog stick to control where your skateboard goes. And apparently people didn't like that. So maybe they'll fix that.
A game called Black Desert. It's an MMORPG. That's all that I wrote down. I don't even have a release date for it.
I don't either.
They really did word vomit.
I had Fable-like. That's pretty much. It was literally like a Fable feel to it. So I was like, Fable-like, cool.
Yeah.
One I was expecting, but I didn't expect it on Xbox's conference was Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah.
And like Nero and Dante are back.
Yeah.
Which is cool. It's the first actual sequel to Devil May Cry in 10 years, which kind of threw me off because Devil May Cry 4 is one of the first games you bought me as a gift.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
So it's been almost 10 years.
That long.
We've been together that long. So I was like, oh my God, that's crazy.
Well, I mean, we've been married for almost 9 of those years.
That's true. So
next month.
Yeah, that's true. The next one, I cried.
Oh, and Devil May Cry 5 is coming out spring 2019.
Okay, that's true. The next one, I cried.
Yeah, he really did.
I actually cried.
He really did. He sat there
cried.
Speechless for a good 30 seconds at least.
Cuphead in the delicious last course.
DLC.
God help me, I'm going to play it.
I know.
I'm going to play it.
I know.
But I like that the Golden Chalice is now a playable character.
Yeah,
I think that's
really
absolutely
cool.
cute.
She's
so that's
so
cool.
cute.
A Fox game called Tunic, which apparently was announced like last year or 2 years ago, I found out.
Oh.
And so...
yeah, that makes sense. It's a Zelda clone and there's a fox.
That's all you need to know.
He's so cute. I love him. I cannot play the game, at least not on the channel.
So yeah,
I don't need that kind of pressure.
Probably end up playing that one.
Yeah.
Jump Force, which is pretty much an anime fight game from Bandai Namco, like pretty much One Punch Man and it's Naruto
and Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, Goku.
And we saw Death Note in there real fast.
Death Note was at the very end. So it's
coming in 2019.
It actually looks pretty cool. And I'm not a big anime fan on that end of the spectrum of anime.
We haven't gotten into those games.
So, but it looked cool. I was in on that one.
Animes.
Dying Light 2 is coming. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
New Battletoads game.
Wait.
What do you have?
Dying Light 2? I do parkour! Sorry. Now we can continue.
Thank you. So a new Battletoads game's coming. That's cool.
Yeah, it comes out in 2019.
I believe it said it was completely hand-drawn.
I missed that.
So I want to say that's what I saw, but I'm not 100% sure.
I believe you because it was the word vomit and we were both overwhelmed by now.
Just Cause 4, cool. That actually...
Hey, there's a pink jet ski.
There's a pink jet ski in Just Cause 4. I do like what they're doing. We'll get to that in Ubisoft.
Oh, and it comes out December 4th, 2019.
And then 3 Gears games. I was right on the 3 Gears games, just not right on what they were. So,
you were right about 2 of them.
2 of them. The one that I wasn't right about, which shocked me, but Michael fell in love with, was Gears Pop.
Yeah.
Which is a mobile game.
Oh, I forgot. I did write that down.
It's a straight mobile game.
Yeah.
Gears Tactics, which is an RTS.
Yeah, RTS.
What's it?
That's what I wrote down.
Okay.
And Gears of War 5.
Which is, I found out, is just called Gears 5. That is the actual title of it. I was like, oh, okay. And that's what we were talking about on the Game Pass. Every single Gears of War is on the Game Pass now.
Yes.
So I'm going to go back through and play them and
at least try to. Since we have the Lancer life size.
Yeah, I have a life size Gears of War 3 Lancer when I worked at GameStop.
2.
It was 3.
Okay.
It was 3 because that one's from. I've got a statue of Marcus as well. And then what I was actually really excited for, I loved that they did this. CD Projekt Red finally gave us Cyberpunk 2077, and it looks awesome.
Yeah.
It looks Blade Runner without the dystopian pouring rain. Very colorful.
Yeah.
I am super excited. CD Projekt Red, after this, I read an article that it is going to be a first-person game from a first-person point of view and not a third-person like The Witcher 3. People are pissed. I really don't care because in CD Projekt Red, I trust. They literally said, we understand the backlash, but as we were developing this game, it made more sense and flowed better being in a first-person perspective.
That's fair.
I'm good. You're good, CD Projekt Red. I cannot wait for this game to come out. God, I hope it's on this generation.
So far as I saw, there was no release info.
There was no release info. Let's go to Bethesda, because Bethesda knows how to do... Actually, I take that back. You asked me my favorite conferences. It was probably Ubisoft and then Bethesda.
Yeah, I liked EA second.
I liked Bethesda minus the first part of Bethesda.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Overall, I liked EA better.
That's fair.
Bethesda had more good content.
Yes, it did. So it started out with
a random rage song by Andrew WK. I put on here literally WTF.
Yeah, apparently he's good live. From that one thing, I was like, are we sure?
That wasn't live for us.
But I was kind of like, this is rage.
It was streaming.
I mean, it seemed like it was Britpop.
Brandy and I have a question.
What's that?
Is that song going to play on loop in Rage 2?
I hope so.
Because if not, I don't want it.
That's yeah, valid point.
Oh, and by the way, the first 15 minutes of the conference had zero gameplay.
Yeah. They didn't announce anything. They didn't do anything.
No announcements, no games.
I actually kind of started losing interest for a little bit. I was like, oh God.
I really did.
And then when they announced Rage 2, before E3, I was really excited.
Yeah.
After E3, completely lost me for some odd reason. I was just like, this is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's supposed to come out spring 2019. Cool. We got Elder Scrolls Legends.
A digital card game?
Yes.
And it's coming to all consoles later this year. That's
cool.
what I wrote.
Yeah, I got that too.
Okay.
I put Switch, X1, and PS4. You can play it on the PC and mobile, and you can move your progression to the consoles and all that stuff.
Yeah, like you can move it back and forth.
I'm down with that. I mean, I've played a little Hearthstone, so maybe this one's cool. You guys let me know. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
We're getting new Elder Scrolls Online Somerset content.
So it's moving over to Somerset. They said something about werewolves.
Cool.
That's in my notes.
All right.
And it comes out later this year.
Sweet. Doom Eternal.
It's got twice the demons.
Twice the demons. It's the sequel to Doom, which is one of the better first-person shooters that's been around. That's happened in the last couple years. So I'm kind of excited.
Something that I think is really cool is they actually said they're going to actually debut it at QuakeCon.
I dig that.
I'm just like, you know what? That's really cool that you tell us this.
Yes, I agree with you on that one. I think that's cool.
And then it was a good segue for them to go talk about the Quake Champion.
Yes, Quake Champions, which it's pretty much a reboot of Quake. People love it. If you go download it now, hopefully it's still going on. I'm not sure.
Through June 17th.
There we go. It's free and you get to keep it.
Yeah.
Cool. Free games. Free to own. Let's all jump on. I might actually download it just because it's a free game. Why not?
Go for it.
Prey 3, or not Prey, sorry, not Prey 3, but Prey is coming out with 3 new modes.
Yeah.
Story, and Game Plus, Survival.
New Game Plus.
Oh, New Game Plus, yes.
And Survival mode. And it's a free update that is currently live.
That's cool. And then Mimic Hunter, which it's pretty much the killing, if I'm remembering the game correctly, it's the killing floor where the mimics in the game can just kind of copy normal anything. And
they
then
can
people
copy
have to find
anything. That includes inanimate objects.
I was
from what they said.
Yeah, I was like, all right, cool. That's the killing floor, but I guess if you like Prey, that's cool.
An escape room sim called Moon Crash.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that one. I mean, I haven't played it, so I can't really say much.
Yeah,
and
they've also got Typhoon Hunter, which is VR.
Dang, you really did take a lot more notes than I did.
I tried.
Yep. We're getting I guess a sequel to Wolfenstein. Would you consider this a sequel?
There is one sequel and there is one VR experience, which I think is still a sequel-ish. So
we're getting Wolfenstein Youngbloods, and it's about BJ Blazkowicz, that's hard to say, his twin daughters, and it's a co-op game set in 1980s France in the Wolfenstein timeline.
Yeah, 1980s in Paris.
That's cool. I'm actually in for that one.
Oh, also, Wolfenstein is coming to the Switch on June 29th.
That's right.
To make sure that that's in there. And then the VR experience, we're getting one for Prey and one for Wolfenstein. The one for Wolfenstein is called Cyberpilot.
Cyber Hacker.
Sure.
I don't remember. It might be Cyberpilot.
I don't remember.
I thought he said Cyber Hacker, but you're hacking Nazi machines because I loved, and I won't say what he legitimately said, but they were like, because for some odd reason, we have to keep on telling you Nazis are bad.
Yeah.
I kind of was like, unfortunately, yes, but
yeah.
I mean, yes.
I mean, people get confused.
Nazis bad. Nazis very bad. And then Fallout 76.
Yes.
Mother of God.
I took a lot of notes about Fallout 76. Look at this.
Oh, wow. You really did.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you go then. You took a lot more notes than I did.
So Fallout 76 is 4 times bigger than Fallout 4.
That's insane.
And it is set in West Virginia.
Yes.
Oh, and by the way, the whole time that they're doing this, country roads take me home. And that's really all I know of the song.
Oh my God.
Each character that you see is a real person, but with that, they have limited servers. So you're going to be in a world with dozens of people, not hundreds of people. So they're going to have different servers dedicated to this.
Yeah. It is saying that is 100% completely online.
Yes.
You can play solo if you want to.
Yeah.
But apparently it's going to be a little bit easier if you play with friends.
Yeah. And progress is always going to stay with you.
Which is nice, so you don't legitimately die and lose everything.
Yeah.
So that is
you keep your stuff.
That's
and
cool.
The person who kills you can't take your stuff.
Yeah.
I am also curious if you actually respawn in the same server.
I was wondering that too. Like,
it wasn't very clear.
Or do we get it like we get to keep our stuff, and do we go to a different server that people have already built and like, hi, I'm John. I'm your new neighbor. Hopefully we don't kill each other.
Yeah. And like another thing that's really cool is you can actually set up camp somewhere. And when you get out of the game, your camp just kind of stays with you.
Yeah, so you can't. They really went after the anti-griefing thing.
Yeah, so nobody else can steal your camp.
Love that. I know people like complain about grief. I don't like griefing.
Yeah,
I love that your camp goes away, and when you log off, I love that so much.
That is really cool.
I love that you can build wherever you want. If you can see something, you can build on top of that thing, and then you can move it. Yeah. If you're like, I'm too close to Charlie down the street, he's really coming after me. Let's just pick up our little town and move.
Or, I just found out that I'm too close to a nuclear site because there are nuclear sites.
I love that they're pretty much going, here's the game. Do whatever you want with it. Yes, you can find nuclear codes and you can shoot them. But you'll
probably only find a part of the code, and then you have to get together with some of the other players who have found other parts of the code. Like, they really did think this through.
I think the best word for this one is ambitious.
Yes.
This is super ambitious, and it has sold me so much that I am the idiot that pre-ordered the armor helmet edition. Yes. And I actually pre-ordered another Pip-Boy.
Yeah.
I've played 4 hours of Fallout.
Yeah, literally.
And it literally, like, it sold me so well that I'm like, here's my money.
Yeah. But yeah, Fallout 76 comes out November 14. So hopefully we'll have the money then.
Hopefully we'll have the money. Fallout Shelter's out now. Cool. We already picked it up on the Switch and it's on the PS4.
Yeah, we downloaded it on the Switch. I've been playing it a lot.
It's a free game. Go do it. It's actually really fun. Elder Scrolls Blade. I think I took the more notes out of this one.
Yeah, Blades. It's a mobile game.
Yeah, it's a pure Elder Scrolls game. They really wanted to push this. This is Elder Scrolls. Mm-hmm. It's a mobile game. It has both handcrafted and procedurally generated dungeons. You're able to play it in portrait mode.
Yeah.
They were like, because everyone knows.
You can play the whole game in portrait mode.
Everybody knows we have boring meetings sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's a dead giveaway if you flip it over to landscape.
Yeah.
So you can play it in portrait mode.
Trust me, people always know.
There's a 1v1 mode and there's a roguelike mode too.
Yeah.
I love this. There's so many things you can do. And it's interconnected from a mobile game to you can meet someone who's playing it on the high-end VR PC. That is fantastic. They're working on putting it on console, Switch, PC, everything. Yeah. They want this to be everywhere. I absolutely love this. And it's coming this fall and it's free.
The downside for us is that it is actually best on the iPhone 10.
Yes. We have Note 8s.
Yeah.
We'll see if I actually signed up for the beta so I'll see if it works.
Oh, by the way, something that I thought was funny for Fallout 76.
What's that?
Their beta that's coming actually stands for Break It Early Test Application.
I love that. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Made me
And
laugh.
then Bethesda did it. I was so happy they did this. They're building they legitimately said, we're building games for next generation, next console generation.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, what are you going to give us? Todd Howard. I think his name's Todd Howard. I'm blanking out on his name. The guy. And
I didn't write it down.
Starfield is coming.
So they say.
Bethesda in space. It is their first game in 25 years that is a new IP.
That's impressive.
That's what
and also a little sad.
I wrote that down. I'm like, mother of God, this needs to happen. I was like, I just thank you so much. And then they confirmed Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah.
For next gen consoles, and people lost their ever loving minds.
Pretty much.
So I'm in. Obviously, I mean, Bethesda, I'm already giving them a lot of money of a game that I've played 4 hours for. Cool. So let's move on to a conference I gave a lot of crap for too last week, and then we watched it after the podcast, and I absolutely fell in love with it.
Yeah, this was a 15-minute conference.
Digital Devolver came back.
Devolver Digital.
Why do I keep on Digital Devolver? I keep on saying it. Devolver Digital came back with their absolutely over the top, throwing shade at everyone conference,
including themselves.
And I loved it.
It was a lot of fun.
They did announce a couple games.
Yeah.
I was so confused at what's going on that I didn't even write them down.
I wrote down Scum.
Okay.
My Friend Pedro
okay.
is a platformer with lots of shooting, and it's coming to the Switch and PC in 2019.
Cool.
And Metal Wolf Chaos XD is coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Thank you. That one I did know because that's a From Software game.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that was their From Software's one of their earlier games, and Devolver Digital actually got the rights or got the whatever you need to do to make a upgraded definitive edition.
Yeah,
and they got it from Software, and they're putting it out. Apparently, it's actually really awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm in on that one.
There was so much shade going on with Devolver Digital that we were both just like, what do we even take notes on?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, but they did sell out of their loot box coin.
Yeah, loot box coin sold out.
Sad.
Actually, I'm gonna pull it back up.
Last we saw it was like $150 for this totally fake coin.
As of recording right now, it's $250.
Oh my goodness. Like they're just making fun of cryptocurrency.
Oh my God. And people are buying it.
People are buying it. It's so sad. I'm just like, people, stop buying this stuff, please.
All right, so let's jump into the next one. It's Square Enix. Your bread and butter.
I love Square Enix.
You do.
I do.
Let me ask you a question. Why did they need to be at the C3? No, they didn't.
But I mean, they've done very few E3s. This one was pre-recorded. I watched some kind of announcements that they had last year at E3, and I could watch it for about 5 minutes, and then I was super bored.
Okay.
Like, they speak less English in general than Nintendo.
Yeah, I remember you saying that last week.
And that gets to be a problem.
But
so I appreciated that it was pre-recorded.
Okay.
They announced 2 new games.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Wasn't it about 45 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
2 new
Not
games.
even an hour.
I mean, we got Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Jungle environment. Full 360 underwater stages. I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks dark and dirty, but fantastic because I love Lara Croft. It's coming out September 14th. You've got Final Fantasy 14 Stormblood.
They're getting a patch Under the Moonlight. The thing that was a new announcement for this is they're actually doing Final Fantasy 14 Cross Monster Hunter World.
I'm in.
And that's coming this summer. I would be in if I could actually have time for an MMO.
I was going to say I would be in too if I had either of those games. Still thinking about getting Monster Hunter World.
Yeah.
Still thinking about it, even though
not sure.
I feel like the time Generations Ultimate.
Yeah.
It's coming for the Switch, and I know we're working on.
Slowly working on that. We'll see. And then they talked about the awesome adventures of Captain Spirit.
Rose, why didn't you like that game?
Because it's by Don't Nod and it's set in the same world as Life is Strange.
Oh,
I'm done.
But it's all about imagination. And being
the
a
next game that they
superhero
talked about was Dragon Quest XI: Echoes of an Elusive Age. It comes out September 4th.
Oh, 4th? I have it at 9th, but you're probably right. I really don't know.
I don't know.
Like literally.
I don't know.
We came to this conclusion like, my God, we took on something that we were not prepared for.
Yeah, for two people to
do this, and I was like, oh man, we're getting beat.
Yeah,
beat hard. Okay, the next one from Square Enix. That's where we're at. Yeah, Square Enix. I'm actually excited for.
It looks really cool.
Babylon's Fall.
It's a new game.
It's the one game that I'm actually excited for from Square Enix, like new wise, because they only said 2. So what am I even doing? But it's from Platinum Games, which they did.
The other one looks pretty cool too. We'll get to it.
We'll get to that one. Platinum Games is doing Babylon's Fall, and it's from those are the guys that did Bayonetta. Okay. And this has a weird Dark Souls-esque, but on the flair of Bayonetta kind of feel to it.
Okay.
It's supposed to come out in 2019. I'm actually really excited for this one. I was like, oh. And with the Square Enix name behind it and Platinum Games, I kind of have a good idea of that. It'll be good.
Yeah, and it's coming to PS4 and Steam. And my notes about it are magic, timeline, awesome graphics.
Sweet. That's more than I did. All right. Octopath Traveler's coming. We know that one. That's cool.
Just Cause 4.
Okay, this one, since we got more in depth on for the Square Enix, I sat and actually watched.
Mm-hmm.
Rico Rodriguez, I think, is the guy's name. I think that's the protagonist. I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure I am.
I don't know.
But it's set in Solis, a fictional world. Fictional place. I love that there's extreme weather.
Yeah.
Like, there's a tornado, and then you can use your wingsuit and use the tornado to fly farther or throw. Yeah. You can break anything in this game. And I love that. It literally is the action hero game that we all want to be from the 90s.
Yeah.
And I'm actually in. I never got into Just Cause 3. I haven't gotten to any of the Just Causes. Just Cause 3, I really wanted to because a buddy of mine, Brandon, he had it. He brought it over. And I watched him play it. I'm like, this is awesome. I need to buy this game.
And then just never did.
Never went out and bought it.
But that comes out December 4th.
The Quiet Man is the other Square Enix new game. Cool. I'm sorry.
Don't know.
I'm sorry. It didn't tell me why.
I want to know more about it.
I want to know more about it. It is a deaf guy beating the hell out of people. You're pretty much weird Daredevil, Matt Murdock. Instead of being blind, you're deaf.
How is that weird?
Well, not weird. Let me rephrase that. It's just a different Matt Murdock.
Yeah, different sensory deprivation.
Why? I guess that, like, it's one thing to go, oh, we're like, if somehow him being deaf kind of does something to the gameplay where the whole game is nothing, like you don't hear anything. That's interesting to me. I'm in on that.
Yeah.
But they didn't give me anything to go on my radar.
Yeah.
Just here's a fighting game with a deaf guy. I'm not saying anything bad. It's just I wanted more. I want to know more.
Yeah. And then they finished off with the almost the exact same trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3 that Xbox had. They did add a couple things. Like we have it 100% confirmed that Kingdom Hearts 3 goes to Ratatouille. Yeah. That's one of the worlds.
Cool.
So I'm excited about that.
Didn't it get announced? No, it got announced from their
orchestra. Yeah.
The orchestra
so Kingdom Hearts 3, if you've missed it, comes out January 29.
Yep.
Of 2019. To PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure why Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming to Xbox One. But it is.
It happens.
But yeah, we got the most information from Sony, so we're getting there.
All right, so one conference we didn't know about, and then we just ended up, we got to watch it.
We found out day of.
Limited Run Games had an Xbox had an E3 conference.
Uh-huh.
It was weird.
Super weird.
I mean, not saying anything, like, it was super low budget, and I understand what they were trying to do with that.
Yeah.
But it was still just, huh? And like they announced, if no one knows what Limited Run Games are, they're legitimately a company that takes digital games and makes a physical release for them. That's all they do.
Yeah. For example, Golf Story.
Cool.
Golf Story is currently, you can only download it on the Switch. September of this year, they're going to have a physical release. They make these very small quantities.
Yes.
So if you want it, you have to get it fast.
Yeah, it's anywhere. Again, someone correct me if I'm wrong. I could have swore during that conference they say it's usually at least 2,000 copies.
Yeah.
Up to 10,000 copies. That's where most companies want.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll help
like
make this a physical release.
Yeah.
I mean, they ran through. I'm just going to run through them real fast. Golf Story, Iconoclast, Observer, Layers of Fear, Thumper, House of Fate Morgana.
House in Fata Morgana.
So, and that one,
it's some kind of a visual novel.
Yeah.
Gothic suspense story. It's on the PS4 and Vita.
Cool.
Oh, and they're localizing it.
Is that the one they're localizing?
Yeah,
okay.
That's one that they were really happy that they were able to localize it. So I'm just like, you know what? That's really cool.
That is cool. You got 2064 read-only memory, and then I guess would say Valhalla?
Yeah.
But just spelled very odd?
Yeah.
I mean, I as a collector, I think this is cool what they do.
Yeah.
I really, really do. I don't collect Switch games physically, though.
Yeah. But honestly, they do this a lot for the Vita as well. For example, Senran Kagura Bon Appetit is coming this summer to the Vita.
Oh, yeah, I'll let you write that down because there's no way in the world I was going to spell that one.
And so, honestly, it is really cool. And their whole concept is, well, these games that you've downloaded, if something happens and you lose the downloaded copy and they've taken it off of the servers or they've shut down the server that's selling to this platform, then you've lost this game forever. So we've made this physical disc or cartridge.
Yeah, which I'm in because we lost a lot of good games when the Wii eShop shut down.
Yeah, we really did.
We lost a lot of good games and they're just gone in the ether. And that sucks. So I appreciate what they do on that fact.
Yeah.
It's just, did you need an E3 conference?
No.
Okay.
Not really.
So, Ubisoft. Just Dance 2019's coming. To what consoles, Rose? What is Just Dance 2019 coming to?
Well, I mean, the new consoles, but it's also coming to the Wii and the Xbox 360 with Kinect.
And Wii U. They're legitimately releasing a Wii version and a Wii U version.
Well, that way they get better graphics. So
what
of course,
year is this?
2009.
A Wii game is coming out.
So weird.
Just Dance 2019. You know what?
But,
so if it sells,
but
why
that being
the hell
said,
not?
I mean, like your grandma, they
true.
play a lot of Wii games.
They play a lot of Wii games. So I understand.
So if this gets people up off the couch and all that they have is a Wii, then I can't really say much.
No, you're right. And I understand why they do it because Just Dance is still one of the bigger games that people just buy.
Yeah.
What is it? There's like 22 entries of this game.
There's too many.
And just like, my God, okay, cool.
There's too many.
Yeah, the Wii. All right, cool.
It just made me laugh.
Cool. We got actually really impressive stuff from Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah.
I was actually shocked by this because I was like, I'm sure we're going to see it. I wasn't expecting how much we were going to see, though.
No, not really.
I mean, so okay, so this one's up for the debate because I was kind of digging around forums, watching other people. I don't know if it's still a prequel to the first game. Like, it's supposed to be set as a prequel. That's what they said last year. But with some of the characters that were in the cinematic, they came from the first game. So we don't know if they're like...
Are they younger versions of the first game?
We don't... People don't think so. But there's now a little bit of confusion on that one. So who knows? It looks absolutely gorgeous. The game is still in pre-alpha. You can play solo or co-op. It's an open universe, which blows my mind because there's spaceships.
Yeah.
If you can't tell, I like spaceships and open universe.
Yeah.
I think that is a beautiful thing.
Which is why it was so sad when No Man's Sky was such a letdown. Oh,
sucks.
Such a letdown.
They have a Space Monkey program.
Yeah. I think that this is actually kind of a cool feature. You can actually contribute art, music, written things. They'll be featured in the game as murals, frescoes, radio programs, etc. And this is something that they partnered up with Hit Record, which is a company by Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And he's been working on this company for years. Years and years. Like his Twitter is actually for Hit Record.
Yeah.
And he did come out later. They forgot to mention it in the conference, which they were all a little nervous, so I understand.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if your work gets chosen, I don't know. It's been a long day.
Do you want to build a snowman?
No.
Okay.
Snow is cold.
Oh, God.
But if your work gets chosen for the final game, then you do get some form of compensation.
That's cool.
I don't know what that means. It might be not very much, but if you care to find out what is included in that, it's bgegame.com to contribute.
There you go. Sweet. If any of you artists or people out there want to be immortalized in a video game, knock yourself out. I think that's cool.
That's not a Kickstarter.
That's not a Kickstarter. I think that's cool. I want to say I heard somewhere that Hit Record's given out like $2 million over the past 7 years.
Jeez.
I mean,
yeah.
Do the math on that one, but I don't know.
I mean, it's something cool. That's cool. That's near and dear to his heart.
Yeah, it's cool. And for people like, oh yeah, I really want to be in a video game. I want to contribute assets. I think that's actually a neat idea.
Yeah.
The next game they talked about is Rainbow Six Siege. Cool. I mean, I watched a little bit of Rainbow Six Siege on like Twitch. It's actually pretty entertaining. They're really pushing the esports scene even more so for this next season, quote unquote. They have 35 million players. What got me though was that they're making a documentary about being an esports player playing Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, it's called Another Mindset.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
What is this?
I don't know.
All right. Next one was a very odd introduction for Trials Rising.
Yes.
Where the lead developer rolled in on a BMX bike. It's a little weird.
I love the tagline for this game. Eat dirt, taste victory.
I mean, yes.
That's the tagline. I had to write it down.
Trials, I've played a couple of the Trials games. They're actually over the top and fun. So I understand why people really like this. I think this is cool.
And they've got a closed beta if you want to try and sign up for it. It's trialsgame.com. And the whole game is coming out February of next year.
Cool. Let's deep dive into The Division because Ubisoft pretty much sold me. Like, I was already sold on The Division.
Yeah.
But through their cinematic and the guy, the lead, the game, I think he was the director. I believe he was the director. Pretty much sold me on The Division going, here, please take my money. I love that it's set in DC. I love that they really looking at the idea of making this a long-term game. So after the campaign, like they really focused on first-person narrative, being a first-person game, not first person, but a story-driven game.
Yeah.
They're really pushing that idea. Was the gameplay a little cringy because it was pre-recorded and that was actually a little cringy, but
can I say a little bit about what the game is about because it's a really cool concept.
Sure, go ahead.
So basically what happened is smallpox was distributed on dollar bills, and so that epidemic just sweeps across the United States. But The Division 2 takes place after that epidemic has run its course. And the United States is no longer the country that we know.
Yeah. Didn't it say, I think in that trailer too, it took 7 months for it to fizzle out? I want to say that was like that smallpox, the virus fizzled out after 7 months. And now there's this absolute chaos going on in the world. And it's not from zombies or clickers or anything.
It's because all of a sudden people died.
People died and people went into anarchy.
Yeah.
And what I found out is that the Division 2, you are the new sheriff in town.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yes. Thank you very much. And they really pushed the idea because in Division 1, they had skyscrapers and then like a Hell's Kitchen, where it's kind of a more lived in city kind of neighborhood where it's more residential. With this one, they wanted to push everything where, I mean, no one really knows Washington, D.C. Kind of like no one really knows West Virginia with Bethesda. They were like, we've put in the forests of DC around DC We've put in the White House and the actual metropolitan area. We put in the houses that are in suburban areas, and we've just kind of gone completely all out.
Yeah, I've been to DC. It's crazy how much the landscape changes as soon as you leave the downtown area.
I think that's absolutely fantastic. Like, once you beat the campaign, this is how I read it. This is how I heard it.
Mm-hmm.
After you beat the campaign, the story doesn't end. Then you actually specialize your character, and with that specialization comes like a specialized weapon where this is your weapon. There are many others like it, but this is yours. And like, you can group up with your group of 4.
No, you can have teams of up to 8.
You can on specific raids.
Oh, okay.
On raids are coming, and that's how, like, groups of 8 can raid an area.
Okay.
That's how it sounded like to me. It might be groups of 8, which would be really cool.
No, I have teams of up to 8 players, and then raids will be in the game. So you're right with the raids part.
Yeah, the raids part. Maybe if it is a group of 8 players, good lord.
No, I think that's just for raids, like you said.
And then they even like dictated their year 1 plans.
Yeah.
That's insane to me. Like, to go, by the way, we are so set in how this is going to work. We have a good idea. Also, here's what's going to be coming along with that idea.
Yeah.
And they've got 3 DLCs with new stories and new areas coming.
And new weapons. In every single DLC.
My God, Ubisoft. Yes, I will buy. Please be a better collector's edition than the first one. Because
You're leaving out the best part about the DLC.
What's the best part?
It's free.
It's free. That's right.
All the DLC for this game is free.
That's a trend I'm noticing.
Yeah.
Are you noticing too that the trend is free DLC?
And I'm just like, I really do appreciate the free DLC, but because of how much research we've done, I also understand the need to pay for the DLC.
Oh yeah, I mean, people are putting their time in, and they deserve to get paid. I'm 100% with you on that.
But with the bigger companies like this, then I'm just like, okay,
you can probably get away with it.
You can probably afford this.
You can probably get away with it. I'm sure. Well, no, actually, they didn't say anything about microtransactions or
they didn't say anything one way or the other.
So I don't know if that's a thing. Maybe, hopefully not. So March 15th, I will be in the Division 2. So will Michael. I think obviously we're going to get it on the Xbox unless Michael actually builds a high-end gaming PC, and then we might actually switch over to PC. I'm not sure.
But then you have to find people, and you guys already have a team of 4 on the Xbox.
That's true. Good point.
Also, they have a beta that you can sign up for, thedivisiongame.com/beta.
Seriously, God, any of you developers want to like throw us some money? We're really, really giving it all to you guys. I mean, we're not sponsored. Please, for the love of God, someone sponsor us. Please.
No,
please.
I'm just trying to make sure that
the people get what they need.
Anybody who listens to us, because not everyone wants to sit through these conferences.
No, not everyone does.
And I don't blame you.
No, I don't blame you at all either. So, no, that's cool. And I did sign up for the beta, so that's cool. Mario and Rabbids, they'd had a musical for
Donkey Kong
and their DLC coming out. Cool.
It comes June 26th.
Their microphones are acting a little weird because you can kind of hear them going, we're going to intro you a little differently. And I guess the conductor was like, we're always getting introed in differently every single time. I'm like, whoa, sound engineer, turn that bad boy down.
Yeah,
you messed up.
Yeah, there were multiple times when they just forgot to turn off microphones when people went backstage.
It was kind of funny. Skull and Bones. We got to see some gameplay on that one.
So one thing that I think was really cool about Skull and Bones is like, Sea of Thieves is in the Caribbean.
Yes.
It's very set in the Caribbean, and that's awesome. Skull and Bones has moved to the Indian Ocean.
Yeah.
I really like that.
I think that's cool. I think that's a little...
And like, before you go out on a mission, you actually get your fortune drawn. Your fortune is going to have 3 parts: cataclysm, weather, and conflict. So like, you could have clear weather with good winds, which means that there are more merchants to rob, but you're also going to have more rivals out because it's such a nice day.
Interesting.
So I thought that was really cool.
That is cool. I was in on this until I saw the gameplay, and now I'm a little apprehensive because, I mean, I'll be honest, Sea of Thieves is boring as all get out
now.
Because it really is plundering. You go to a
there's only
island,
so much you can do.
You do this, you do that. You go to another island, you do this, you do that. And some days your server is filled where you can't do anything. Other days it's just boring and you can get everything done. I understand. Hopefully Microsoft works on that with those 2 updates that are coming out.
Yeah.
With this one, I don't think you leave the ship.
I think you do get off of the ship because they showed some things to do in port.
In port, okay. But it seemed like the battle that they had, which these ships look amazing.
They really do. The graphics look
graphically
fantastic.
This looks fantastic, and that's why I'm like, maybe I will try this out.
Yeah.
The ships turn a little harder than Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
Like someone actually almost like e-brake turned, and I'm like, I don't think that's how that works.
I don't think you can do that with a ship.
I mean, we learned how to e-brake turn in Sea of Thieves, but you have to drop the freaking anchor.
That's probably what they do.
I don't know. But it seemed like everything, minus being on some of the ports where you probably upgrade crap. Yeah. It seems like you're just on the ship. And I was like, but is this a single player game? Do I like my buddies on, does my crew, are they on the ship? Do I get to tell them to jump onto another ship and do that? Or is it, I've beaten this ship and my people are a higher level than your people and I've just taken your ship? What?
Yeah, there are a lot of, they didn't answer very many questions.
Yeah. What is that?
The game is supposed to come out in 2019. There is some kind of early play, but they zoomed out from the screen and I have no idea what the website was to sign up.
Gotcha. All right, the next one's interesting. Mm-hmm. The next one's super interesting. So this game's called Transference.
Transference VR.
VR. And it's made by Elijah Wood's company with Ubisoft. And I didn't write down Elijah Wood's company's name.
Spectre Vision.
Spectre Vision. Thank you very much. And it seems like a weird interactive movie to a certain point where you have VR and like the cutscenes are legitimate people.
Yeah.
Like
FMV.
Actual film. FMV. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then full motion video.
Motion video. Thank you.
And then when it goes to the gameplay part, it's obviously digitized. Obviously, you have your game characters.
Yeah.
But it's very creepy.
Yeah. It's very horror-y. I think this is the one that reminded me a lot of Layers of Fear.
I got a little Layers of Fear with a little bit of
Resident Evil?
No, not Resident Evil. What's the other one that we liked? Stories Untold. I got a little feel of that too while watching this. I was like, all right, VR, I'll be in if it comes to the PlayStation VR. Yeah. But it's interesting enough that it has enough of my attention that I'm like, all right, I'll keep an eye on that one.
Yeah.
So one that no one should be talking about.
but everybody is.
Everybody is.
For one specific reason.
Starlink, Battle of Atlantis.
Battle for Atlas.
Battle for Atlas. The Toys to Life thing last week we talked about, that kind of had my attention.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool.
So, but there's a specific reason we actually are buying this game.
Okay, so it's an open world space game. You can change all of your ships on the fly, and it does it in game, and you can do whatever you want. That's cool.
You can change the wings. You can put one wing from one ship and another wing from another ship. You can change out the weapons on the ship. You can turn the wings so that they're facing the opposite direction.
Cool. All that stuff is cool. And then all of a sudden, they cut to a new cutscene. Uh-huh. And I'm watching this going, I know this.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's Star Fox. Oh my god, it's Fox McCloud. Fox McCloud's in this game. And then it was Fox McCloud. Yep. And he is exclusive to the Switch.
Shocking.
And also I felt really freaking dumb. Because I was like, I mean, with Ubisoft's partnership with Mario and Rabbids and how well that was received as it's the best third-party Nintendo game ever made.
Yeah.
Best selling.
Well, when you compare it to wonderful things like Sword of Gamelon.
True.
Zelda, Sword of Gamelon.
True.
Look up gameplay. It's awful.
But, and then they announced Fox, and I was like, yeah, I have to buy this game.
Yeah.
I legitimately, and I've already pre-ordered it, I have to buy this game because that makes a lot of sense.
It does.
I don't know why nobody thought of this.
I don't know.
And I was just like, wow, I feel actually kind of dumb for not going, it's a space game. Nintendo has a good partnership with Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Fox McCloud might be in this one.
Didn't think of it at all.
They hinted at even more like Slippy and all the other, and Falco might actually be coming too.
Yeah.
I'm down. I mean, go ahead.
The other thing that I really like about this game is if you just want to play, you actually don't have to buy any of the toys.
No, you don't.
Like you can just download the game and just play through it. You will still unlock pretty much everything, and you can still change out your ship is what it sounded like.
Yeah.
You just do it all digitally.
I like, and what I came from that too is if you do buy the physical stuff, especially on the Switch, if you load the physical into the game, it stays in the game.
Yeah.
You don't so up and go. All right, well, I'm still playing this. I can just take it on the go and I don't have to haul around a bag full of toys.
And you don't have to take the Joy-Con holder with you.
No, I actually really smart. Really, really smart.
And honestly, I like their setup for the Switch.
Yeah.
I think that looks really cool because you just take the Joy-Cons and slip them into this. It's not something that you attach to the Joy-Con holder.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of cool.
I think it's a really good idea. I was iffy on the fence about, will I get this game or not?
Yeah.
And then being a Nintendo person, I'm like, yep, I have to get this. For Honor, that's cool. Free PC version is this week until the 18th.
Yeah.
And you're getting new stuff.
DLC called Marching Fire.
Cool.
My note about it is Chinese warriors coming to the game, 4 new fighters plus a 4v4 mode with Castle Siege Breach in parentheses.
Cool. The Crew's coming. I think
The Crew
2 is coming. I think this is when I went to the bathroom, so I didn't really care.
They've got an open beta play for free on June 29th.
Cool. Now let's talk about one that kind of shocked me, how much I truly liked this.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah. We were not looking forward to an Assassin's Creed this year.
No. I was still miffed that they're not taking the year off and making it a biannual.
They could have done.
Yeah.
But this one looks really cool.
I like that they literally are going, they've changed. Obviously, I've not played Origins yet. That is actually on my to-do list and hopefully soon. But apparently from Origins, they're bringing a lot of that stuff over where instead of it being this action-y kind of game, you go more into the role-playing concept. And you have a little more RPG elements. And that's what they really pushed. They really wanted to flesh out the RPG journey. You have both land and sea. It's freaking Greece. Of course you will.
Yeah. It's a real thing. This is focusing mostly on the battles between Athens and Sparta. You play as a Spartan.
And aren't you King Leonidas' son?
No, grandson.
Grandson.
That's
crazy.
Yeah. King Leonidas, for those who don't remember, was the king in 300, which is a real event that happened. Just obviously not how it happened in the movie.
What? You're telling me Zack Snyder lied to us?
Well, technically the guy who wrote the comic book did.
Mark Millar lied to us? Oh, no, it wasn't Mark Millar.
No.
Crap.
But the new thing that they've added is you can now decide whether you're going to play as a guy, Alexios, or a girl, Cassandra.
That's awesome.
You don't get to customize your character, but I'm kind of okay with that.
I think that would get too crazy. I actually see Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed, maybe not the next one, but here in a couple iterations.
I can see them possibly doing
you
that.
get to make your own character completely. I see that actually happening. If they're going into this RPG style, it kind of would make sense in my head.
Yeah.
But I'm in for this one because I'm going to be playing as Lexia.
Yeah.
No, Cassandra. I'm going to be playing as Cassandra.
She looks so cool.
She looks awesome.
And I think you might be able to build a villa.
That would make sense.
I'm kind of excited.
I actually liked that I remember doing that in Assassin's Creed 2. I loved building everying up.
Your villa.
And then dialogue options. They do have that, which is the first for Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Where you can we literally watched them lie to Socrates.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They bring in all of the philosophers, things like that, and I'm just
So I love this. I think this is awesome.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. I gotta start Origins.
Yeah.
My God.
Oh, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey comes out October either 2nd or 5th. I had it written down in a couple different places. I have in my notes October 2nd, but then when I looked on my calendar, I had said October 5th, which I think was announced before the conference or something. And John is checking right now, so he's super quiet.
It says October 2nd.
Okay, October 2nd. That's what I put in my notes.
Best Buy says October 2nd.
Yeah.
So look that up. There you go. All right. Okay, so the next conference, if you get on Twitter, I might have thrown a lot of shade at.
Yeah, because it started out awful.
It was awful. It was the weirdest thing I've seen.
It improved vastly after that, but because of this start, this is definitely on the lower end of my conference presentations.
So let's talk about Sony and their big three and a couple others they threw in there real fast. Big four.
Big four.
So this started out with The Last of Us Part 2.
Uh-huh.
I'm sold. Oh my God, that looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But I was already sold. Naughty Dog can do no wrong in my eyes. I have a couple questions about The Last of Us, and the main one that I really, really need to know is Joel still alive?
Maybe.
I don't know. It's like from the cinematic at the beginning.
They just didn't show.
They didn't show him, but one guy talking to Ellie was like, "Man, your old man was giving me crap because you're about to go out tomorrow." So
yeah, so he's
inferred
probably alive.
that it was Joel, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, the beginning of this conference started with the
audience was put into a fake church.
And
like there were a few rows of pews, and then everybody had to stand behind that.
Yeah. And the theme to Last of Us, the gentleman that plays the theme came out and played the theme. Not saying that's not cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, great musician.
Just lasted way too long. And was weird. Super weird. But The Last of Us literally looked like watching a movie.
It did.
I was absolutely impressed with it.
But that's how the first one was.
That's how the first one was. Besides not knowing if Joel is there, we didn't get a release date.
Yeah.
I was hoping
not
for
even a year.
I was hoping for a release year on that one. We didn't get anything.
Nothing.
And I was like, oh, really? Is this what it's going to be like? So cool. I'm excited for The Last of Us. I don't know when it's coming out at all. And that upsets me.
So then they had to move the audience from the fake church into their actual room. So we found out that God of War 4 is going to get New Game Plus.
Oh, you took notes on that? Nice.
Yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is getting new maps, and Destiny 2 is getting some kind of DLC. I didn't really pay much attention because by that point I was too busy complaining and whining about if they're going to change the location of the audience after every single big game, then I quit.
Yeah, the transitions were really weird.
Thankfully, it was just the one transition.
Yeah, it was just that one transition, but it was a good 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And we're just like, wow, way to legitimately pull the sales out of being absolutely hyped for The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
And I was just like, all right, I don't. And it sucked because the next game was Ghost of Tsushima. And I am super pumped for this game.
Yeah, really I was excited. Not pumped when they first cut to that room because they had this guy.
Hardcore flute player.
Playing a different kind of flute. Not like the side one.
But a Japanese, I would assume.
Some kind of Japanese flute.
Yes. And he went on to town for another 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm just
it was just too long.
I get it.
And I was just there like, I feel bad for the audience.
Yeah, I got to that point too. I understand it. I'm with you. But why?
Yeah.
So we got to Ghost of Tsushima. And I was a little kind of
this is where the conference started getting better.
Yes, it really did.
Once the flute player stopped.
So
again, great musicians.
Great musicians.
But really?
Not taking away from musicians. It was just like, oh my God, please.
It's really just Sony's decisions.
Just show me games, please. So we didn't get much out of it. It's just minus the fact that it's an absolutely gorgeous game.
Yes.
The horse in Ghost of Tsushima's name is Nobu?
Yes.
The NPCs seemed like they're helpful.
Yeah, it was more the AI companion seems to be helpful. And I put in parentheses, taking notes from God of War. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, these are all worldwide studios, which is Sony Worldwide Studios. These are all games they produce. Of their big four, they're all worldwide studios. So there's this level of excellence, quality. Quality is what we said. Quality, yeah. We will get to that at the very end. But there's a level of quality from worldwide studios and Sony we expect. And of course they hit it. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima is no different. It looks awesome. If you have not seen the gameplay footage of this one, watch it and then go watch the very end fight, the little fight scene that they have, and watch the red leaves. Yeah. My God.
It's beautiful.
Amazing. When's it coming out?
No idea.
No idea.
They didn't have release dates for 3 of their 4 main games.
Yeah, I have no idea when this is coming out. I'm excited, but when?
Yeah.
When is this coming out?
I did put a concern in here. I hope the main character isn't too OP because the first fight that he gets into, I was just like, this seems too easy. Is this going to lead to some weird difficulty spike later?
Gotcha.
So that's kind of my concern for it, but I'm hoping that that's just, it's the beginning of the game and it's fine.
Yeah, I got you on that. What's this next one?
Next game was Control.
Control, which was just a quick teaser.
Some anti-gravity game by Remedy and 505 Games, and it releases in 2019.
Okay, so Remedy Games did Quantum Break. That was that. Who's the guy that plays Iceman in the X-Men movies? The original ones, Bobby Drake. I cannot remember his name for the life of me right now. But it was an Xbox One exclusive. It just kind of fizzled. Like you could jump through, like it was almost a time manipulation game.
Why did you bring X-Men into it?
Because the guy that plays it, he motion capped it and voiced the main character of Quantum Break.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why. Oh, they did Alan Wake as well. And Max Payne. Remedy. I was just trying to think of games Remedy did, so I had to look at my profile, so I couldn't remember.
Okay.
But I don't know what this is. It's cool.
I don't know. It looks kind of cool.
It looks cool. It looks like you have like telepathy. Like you can throw, like you have control over things that you can pick up and throw.
You have control.
You have control.
Game control.
Cool.
Yeah.
So the collective world lost their ever-loving minds when Resident Evil 2 remake was announced.
It looks really cool.
It looks really cool.
You might actually try it.
I've never played a Resident Evil game.
You've tried a couple.
I actually have tried a couple.
You just haven't beat any of them.
No. So yeah, I will.
Because you tried the 4 remake on the Wii.
Yes.
And you played over half
7.
of 7.
Yeah, I've played almost 7. I need to beat 7.
You still haven't beat 7.
I know.
Yeah,
it
she's
will
gonna
happen.
get mad at you.
She will. It will happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cool.
It's cool. But yeah, this looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll go get Resident Evil 1 remake.
Okay.
And play that one. I know I don't need to, but let's do this right.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's all. I think it's gonna be awesome, so I'm down with that one. The next game, Trover Saves the Universe. The only reason I'm in is because it's Justin Roiland and he did Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
It's a VR game.
It can be VR or traditional.
Cool.
And there's no release info.
All right, talk to me about Kingdom Hearts 3.
Kingdom Hearts 3 had another trailer.
Jesus.
I was not expecting to get a new trailer.
Yep.
From the same E3.
Yep.
But we now have confirmation that we're going to have Pirates of the Caribbean, which is already better than Frozen.
Time out real fast. Was it creepy to you how good Jack Sparrow looked?
It was amazing.
It creeped me out.
It was amazing.
Like I was like, oh, I don't know.
You have to remember, like the way that Johnny Depp plays Jack Sparrow lends itself to video games.
True.
Because it's so janky.
True. I agree with you on that one. I was just like, I saw that and I highly doubt they got Johnny Depp, but whoever did that voice, pretty damn spot on.
By the way, I love the look of the Keyblade in Pirates.
Yeah, that one was actually pretty awesome.
That looks really cool. They also announced a new PS4 Pro that is Kingdom Hearts themed. It looks really cool, but I really like my new blue PS4.
Good. I don't want to go buy another PS4.
I got a PS4, the blue one, for Days of Play. So pretty.
I mean, Kingdom Hearts, we've been waiting this for, someone correct me, 15 years? I think it's been 12 to 15. No, it's been about 15 to 16 years.
Yeah, something like that since Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah. And I was...
So I had...
13,
at least
14
now,
years. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. At least now I know how much time I have to beat Kingdom Hearts.
You have a couple months.
Yeah.
About 6-7 months.
Yeah, something like that.
Good luck to you. I will see you next E3.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Death Stranding. What the hell? What is that?
Pretty.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I'm in. I don't know what is going on. I'm going to infer some stuff that I put together while watching that. Somehow the baby, like watching this trailer with Norman Reedus, when he's talking, he goes, I've got an idea. And then he like activated the baby that he's holding. And then the thing over his left shoulder started like
the little shutter thing.
The shutter light started clipping. And so somehow my idea is that somehow the babies runs the shutter thing that sees the craters or whatever the hell the black things are.
The baby can see the creatures.
The creatures.
Monsters, whatever.
And
it has something. Okay, so here's the thing.
Okay.
They remind me of Weeping Angels. Because they do something about taking you out of your timeline or taking you back in your timeline or something. There's something
Doctor
about
Who Weeping
time.
Angels. Doctor Who Weeping. I was like, which ones? Because I went through 12 before I used
the Weeping Angels.
From Doctor Who. I'm just making sure everybody knows it's from Doctor Who.
No, that's cool. There is still no release info.
No.
But I love that Léa Seydoux is in this game.
Yes, that's awesome. Of all the games, this is the most gorgeous game I've probably ever seen in my life. And that's saying something but I mean,
he says that about several games.
Well, not like the most gorgeous game. I mean,
it's usually Forza.
Well, Forza is pretty gorgeous, but that's because it runs on the PlayStation.
He also said that once we got into Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Beautiful. That was absolutely, it made me cry.
I know.
Zelda made me cry. This didn't make me cry. It was still cool though. I don't know what it is. When is it coming
really cool
out?
Looking.
I don't know. I want to say something, but I know you're going to refute it. So
I know you think it's next gen.
Oh, I 100% think this is the next gen.
I think there's a good chance, especially with Death Stranding.
Yeah, I think I actually am now kind of leaning toward Death Stranding and Ghost of Tsushima being next gen. For some odd reason, I was like, that is too beautiful and too like polished.
What about Last of Us 2?
I don't know.
Could go either way.
Could go either way on that one. That one, see, I have this weird feeling that they're going backwards. So, okay, hold on. I'll explain myself. We got Neo 2 got announced. Cool.
Got announced. Nothing else.
Got announced. Cool. Neo 1 apparently is awesome, especially if you like Dark Souls. Dark Souls. And then Spider-Man. Absolutely awesome. Yeah. I am in on that one. Like, just gave us so many characters. We watched the gameplay that Insomniac did after the conference, and it's pretty much you want to swing somewhere in New York City, you go and swing in New York City. It is open world and it is awesome. And then help me with this last one. From Software VR game.
Yeah, so From Software is making a PSVR game. This was actually announced after the conference ended.
Yeah.
It's a game about fairies called Déraciné.
Which means?
Uprooted.
Interesting. From Software doing not something overly creepy.
It doesn't look too creepy.
It doesn't look. It looks like it has a little bit of that creep factor, but not. Oh my God, I'm in VR in Bloodborne or in Yarnum. Yeah. Oh my God, I just cracked myself. Yeah. No, this one looks cool.
It really does.
So I'm in on that one. Okay, so here's a weird theory I'm going to throw out there with PlayStation. I think PlayStation gave us their releases backwards. Spider-Man we know is coming out. I'm wondering, is Death Stranding the next one? Like, because if you looked, I was looking at the games and the gameplay that they showed. Death Stranding was the second most after Spider-Man of the actual gameplay, like actual gameplay. Someone was playing that, or at least they recorded that one. If you go back and look at it, it looked like more gameplay than Ghost of Tsushima. And Last of Us was different because Last of Us was like 15 minutes. But it's just, I have this weird feeling that like, I wonder if that's their release order is Spider-Man, Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima, and Last of Us Part 2. I don't know when obviously.
I think Last of Us is going to be the next one.
You think Last of Us and I could see The Last of Us because I mean.
And then I think Death Stranding and then Ghost of Tsushima.
Because we do know PlayStation has figured out if we release a game in March or April, it's going to do pretty good because there's nothing coming out in March or April. Yeah. Look at God of War. Look at Nier. Look at
Persona. When did Persona come out?
Persona came out about the same time too. Okay. I think Nier Horizon came out in the early Q1, so like February, March, or April. I don't remember. I think it was March. Persona came out around that same time, and God of War came out around the same time. Okay. And they have been some of their best sellers. Yeah. So we can infer that yes, some game of these four hopefully will be coming out Q1 2019.
That would be amazing, but I feel like if that was going to happen, they would have given us a year on one of these games. I don't know.
PSX. That's the only reason why I will fight that one is especially looking at, I mean, yes, Spider-Man, it appeals to everyone. Everyone wants to be Spider-Man. It's a great game, comic book that lends to video games. Anyone can decide about that one. But your PSX hardcore PlayStation fans, you drop, I'm going to say Last of Us comes out April 3rd, 2019. Yeah.
That would be cute.
PlayStation. Too. So Nintendo, what happened with Nintendo? No, you don't. Just keep on going. You like to correct me over everything. So Nintendo.
Nintendo was another pre-recorded conference, which honestly has worked out pretty well for them.
I guess I was supposed to say do you miss the puppets? But the puppets were pre-recorded.
Yeah, they were.
They were pre-recorded.
They started off with a game called Demon Ex Machina or Damon Cross Machina. Machina. We don't know yet.
It's mechs.
Yeah.
Cool.
They can be customized.
Can they?
I don't know.
I didn't see that, but I mean, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's Nintendo. Who knows?
Possibly.
So that's coming out 2019.
Yeah.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is getting a DLC?
Yeah.
Is it?
There's a good chance. It's called Torna, the Golden Country. As of when we're recording this, it's not entirely clear. There is some kind of DLC, but Torna itself might be a standalone. It's not very clear from the pre-orders.
Standalone game, not connected to...
Well, like you don't need Xenoblade Chronicles
the
2
game, yes,
to play Torna, the Golden Country, but there is some kind of DLC.
Yeah. It's very odd. I've been watching Twitter just blow up with I don't know what this is.
Yeah, nobody
Here's
knows.
An actual physical copy, but comes with DLC.
But it's got a code. It doesn't have a cart, but you can get the box.
And then you can actually just download it on the eShop, but we don't know. It's very confusing, honestly.
Very confusing.
So that's happening. We'll check back with Rose in 2019 when she starts Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Look, I have 50 games that I need to play, and they are all 100 hours.
2022 when Rose starts Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and I'm decided that I'm going to take on Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
I'm trying to get through Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy and Xenoblade. Not Xenosaga. That's a little much even for me, but Xenoblade.
We'll check back in 2025 when the Switch...
See, at least now you know.
3? No, it'll probably still be about the Switch 2.
Switch 2.5 is out, and we have we have too many Joy-Cons.
Yep.
I'm very sad there were no Joy-Cons announced.
Yeah, that actually upset me. I wanted more Joy-Con colors. What the hell?
Honestly, I also kind of wanted more amiibos.
I did. We'll get to amiibos. Hold on, let's keep on going. We'll get to amiibos. So let's go. We got
Pokemon Let's Go.
We got a lot more information on Pokemon Let's Go.
Yeah.
It's cute.
It's super cute.
It's super cute. We're gonna get it. I mean, it's to the nostalgia of me when I played Pokemon when I was a kid, and with the cartoon. Yeah. I like what they're doing with it, where it is just let's kind of get a starting point for everyone again, to get everyone younger kids who played Pokemon Go or kids who never
interested.
Yeah, who don't have a smartphone to play Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon is a console seller. We know that.
Yes.
This game's gonna be pretty cute. A little. I don't want to say babyish, but newbie friendly.
Yes.
Newbie friendly is probably the best way to put this. Where you still catching the Pokemon is still just throw the Pokeball.
Throwing motion.
The throwing motion. Thank you. And I found out when you catch a Pokemon, your Pokemon that are in your team or on your group, they get XP.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Them.
That's cool because I was like, how am I going to level up my Pokemon?
But that's also how it was with Sun and Moon. Is you could equip whatever
XP share,
XP share, so that all of your party would get XP, which I really like now that I'm going back and playing Red.
Yeah, but the only reason I'm saying when you catch the Pokemon too is because you would battle the Pokemon, and I really want you to faint so I can get some XP. Now I just have to freaking catch you, which makes my life just a smidgen easier
to a certain extent.
normal trainer battles with the turn-based for option concept. I love that.
Yeah.
The Pokeball Plus, you get Mew.
Yeah.
Cool, I'm in.
I'm not sure if that's the only way to get Mew or not.
They weren't too...
Because, like, Reggie said that it was that it was an exclusive, and then later they said something that kind of contradicted it.
I missed that one. I don't know. I was just like, all right, fine, I'll buy it. I don't care. Cool.
I mean, I wanted the Pokeball anyway, because that way I can probably put both of our Pokeballs in my purse.
And you just go
walk around,
and then we'll get cool stuff when we put our Pokemon back in the game.
Yeah.
Obviously you still have the transfer Pokemon from Go to Let's Go.
Yeah.
I missed how, like, there's a Go Park and you can actually put your Pokemon in there, but then I missed how you actually catch them and put them in the game of Let's Go.
Yeah, there is a way to do it, apparently.
Yeah, I didn't catch it. I think I had to go to the bathroom by then or something happened. I don't remember. That's cool. We're in. You can trade. It harkens back to the Game Boy days. It really does. It is very nostalgic on the Game Boy games. That's awesome. I'm in. November
16.
November 16. I've already pre-ordered ours. Now I'm going to cancel them as soon as I can just pre-order the Pokeball Plus, because I'm digital right now. So
yeah, we're digital on the Switch.
The one that I wasn't expecting, but it's probably the most exciting for me.
Yes.
For us, for everyone.
Yeah.
Super Mario Party.
Yay!
That is awesome. Why didn't we get a Joy-Con with this one?
Seriously.
This would be the greatest.
Probably because you can play the whole game with just one Joy-Con.
Pokemon or
Super Mario Party?
You can?
Yeah, they had, like, everybody was just there with one Joy-Con.
Oh, sorry. You say you can only play the whole game with one Joy-Con. I literally think I only have one Joy-Con, like, in the whole game. Like, in the sense of I'm the only one. You don't get to have one. I have to pass it to you. That's what I jumped on. I'm like, wait.
Oh, okay.
No, everyone can get a Joy-Con. Okay,
yeah,
I got you.
Each person gets a Joy-Con.
I like this because, one, Super Mario Party is a friendship builder and a relationship ender.
Oh, absolutely.
It's awesome. We're getting mini games back. We're getting rid of the car, which only works when you go see Game Grumps live.
Yeah.
Because the car sucks. I'm with everyone else. Unless you go see them or you do a Let's Play, it kind of works a little bit better. But let's be honest. Mario Party is about backstabbing. It really
absolutely.
is. It's time to burn people.
You need to be able to backstab people.
I'm in on this one. I like what they showed because I know we talked about it.
There was a patent that Nintendo filed for like months ago.
I remember us talking about
it. It was one of our early podcasts.
Yeah, what could this be where you can take your two Switches in undocked mode, in tabletop mode, put them on a table,
lay them next to each other
somehow, where one's portrait, one's land mode, they're landscape. They're off kiltered. Well, Super Mario Party tells us what it does because they showed in the trailer a mini tank game where you set up the terrain.
I think they said later it's like Toad's something. It's something to do with Toad.
Cool. I'm down.
Like his playroom or something.
Toad's playroom, cool. But you can connect your switches, and that's how the level is laid out. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yes.
Absolutely awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It
looks so cool.
If you can't tell, I like Nintendo. I really do. Actually, I just like video games. If they're awesome, I'm in. if they have a good idea, I'm in.
Honestly, I think the reason that we get most excited about Nintendo is because they're games that I can play with you.
Yeah, that's true.
And they have a lot of co-op.
Yeah, that's true. They do have a lot of co-op. They lean low. So they still have this.
They are the friendliest to newbies.
Yes, I agree with you on that one. They are the friendliest to newbies.
Super Mario Party, by the way, comes out October 5th.
Excellent.
So, we're in trouble in October.
Oh, yes. Fire Emblem 3 Houses was announced.
I did not think we were going to get Fire Emblem announced.
Called it. Oh, I was actually shocked too. I was like, there's no way. I said that. I was like, we're going to get a Fire Emblem. I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah.
I know there's not.
Right.
And it was. And my God, I love how this works.
This looks so cool.
Like, I love that it's RTS, like from the God view.
Yeah.
And then when you go into the battle mode, it drops you in and zooms in and you can see your actual like brigade.
Yeah, it looks like a high.
No, you're right. It's
Dynasty Warriors.
Fire Emblem Warriors.
Yes, thank you.
You're right.
It looks like that style, and it's that many troops that you suddenly see. So instead of just, this person on a Pegasus, this is just the commander. This is their whole brigade.
Yeah, this is the whole the troops, and it actually feels
these are
like
the troops that you moved.
It feels like a war now. It feels
really
like
cool.
a battle. And Fire Emblem is a game I want to get into.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the old ones because I would like to play the old ones. And I know,
especially on the GameCube.
On the GameCube. Oh yeah, Path of Radiance.
Yeah.
I would love that. I know as of this recording, Target has a pretty good sale going on buy one, get one half off of 3DS games.
Yeah, 3DS
so
games.
I think I'm going to go pick up Birthright and Conquest.
Yeah.
So to learn that one. But I was actually shocked of how much I was like, oh my God, I want this game.
Yeah.
Like not just, oh, that's cool. It's I'm going to pre-purchase this game so it can download when it comes out.
And like I actually played a little bit of one of the old Fire Emblem games because I have my 3DS Ambassador.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I've actually started. I can't think of the name of it right now.
The GBA one.
Yeah, it's one of the GBA ones.
Isn't it just Fire Emblem? Is it the GBA one?
No, this one still has
a subtitle.
Okay. But something that I noticed in this trailer is that you can actually level up character skills.
Yeah.
Because from what I have played, which I've only played like an hour or two, you can't level up specific things like your javelin or your
I got you.
Because it's a rock, paper, scissors thing.
Yeah.
Like you've got swords, spears, and I think bow and arrow.
Yeah.
And, like spears are strong against swords, or I might have that backwards. Like I said, I only played like 2 hours.
Yeah, no, I'm playing I played a little bit of the Fire Emblems
mobile.
Hero. Yeah, I played a little bit of the hero ones, and I was like, oh wow, I really like this, and that's when I started registering. I probably like RTS games. I should probably dig into RTS some more, and this is going to scratch an itch that I didn't know I had. While I obviously, like I said last podcast or a couple podcasts ago, I'm looking for FTL and Into the Breach, but those are more turn-based. Oh no, one's RTS. Whatever. Fire Emblem looks awesome.
Yes.
I'm in. I want this. God help me, there better be amiibo support because we have most of them. What are we missing? 18 amiibos?
I think it's like it's under 25 amiibos.
It's under 25 amiibos?
Of all of the amiibos made.
Made. Yes. All of the amiibos made.
By the way, if you guys ever see a Mega Yoshi for a decent price, please let us know on social media.
Yeah.
Hit us up
I will buy
at the Geek level.
At the Geek level. I will buy it. I will buy it from you.
Yes. If
you have it and you don't want it anymore, or if it's still in the box, at the Geek level on Twitter, message us. I will buy it. I'm being legitimately serious on this one.
Yeah. And if you want to know which other ones we're missing, then just message us.
Yeah, we'll go from there. Fortnite's out on Switch. We called it. Suck it.
I mean, it was already kind of confirmed.
Yeah, I mean, when the Unreal Engine runs really well on the Switch, and you have the Unreal Engine that runs the biggest game in gaming, probably, let's be honest, gaming history.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming sooner or later. I've already played a couple matches. It's pretty good, actually. I'm kind of impressed with how well it is. I still think it's easier on PC, but I don't hate playing it on my Switch.
Yeah. Plus, I can see you playing it a lot on the Switch and transferring those skills to PC.
Which you can do, because I linked my Epic account is linked to my Xbox, my PC, and my Switch, and actually my mobile, because I have it on mobile since I have iPads.
Thankfully, you never actually connected it on the PS4.
Yeah, because PS4 locks you out from doing that.
So ridiculous.
Which is really stupid. PS4. Let's play together. Video games are about playing together and having fun.
Also, PS4, for PSX, could you give us the early Christmas present of Jon can finally change his name and stop whining about it?
Yes! Hold on. Thank you!
Please?
I didn't even think about that, but I was like, man, this is E3. They've got to go, oh, by the way, here you go. You can change your PSN name. And no.
Nothing.
Still nothing. And even at PSX last year, they said, we're working on it. Check in with us 2018. Yeah. Pretty much going, it should be ready to go 2018. So I'm assuming it's probably PSX because that's about the PlayStation fans. We better get that. Okay.
Back to Nintendo.
Fortnite's coming out. They announced
Fortnite is out.
Is out now. They announced Overcooked 2. Awesome. I'll probably get it on PC. It's got to come out on Steam when it comes out.
I think it's already out.
Oh, is it? Okay, I thought it was like...
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
But it comes out on the Switch on August 7th.
Okay. down. There's a game called Killer Bee Black.
Killer Queen Black.
Killer Queen Black. Thank you. This is the first time it's ever going to be on consoles. It was an arcade game. It was a 4v4 arcade game. Let that sit in for a second. You have 8 players playing one arcade game.
Yeah, I was very confused about this whole game.
Yeah,
I didn't know what
literally
was
had
going
to
on.
look into this one to kind of get it. So it's pretty much, they figured out a way to take it, lack of better words, shrink it to the Switch where you can play 4v4. And that's how I get it. It's kind of a capture the flag with bees.
Okay.
I mean, it's cool. It's something interesting. Sweet.
Yeah.
We know the Nindies are fantastic. The indie game scene on Nintendo, I will say, rivals Steam. Steam is still better, but the Switch gives it a run for its money.
Yeah.
Really hard run. Hollow Knight was announced. Hollow Knight was announced way back a couple months ago. We knew it was coming. Well,
we knew it was coming to the Switch.
We knew it was coming to the Switch. We didn't know it was going, oh, by the way, it's out today.
Yeah.
Here you go.
So if you want Hollow Knight on your Switch, go ahead and buy it.
$15. I'm thinking about doing it, but I'm trying to figure out if I want that on the Switch or Steam. I'm having a very hard, like, inner look at myself now of like, all right, the Steam's kind of, it's cool. I love it. It's worn its luster a little bit.
The Switch.
And I'm like, do I just want to get my games on Steam? The sales come up more often.
Yeah. You're more likely to get a game on sale. And for us, since we play a lot of these games just on the channel, how much do you need to download on your Switch and use up space? My
400 gig SD card.
Yeah.
Okay. I know did you catch the ones they word vomited through? I didn't.
Octopath Traveler has a new demo coming on June 14.
Yes.
And then they started talking about Starlink, which is coming October 16th. And then I think these were the word vomits. I'm not sure that I know that I missed several, but the ones that I wrote down were Arena of Valor. I might have misspelled some of these. There's something about Minecraft Mahjong or something.
Yeah, Minecraft coming to the Switch, which I thought it was, but then...
I think it's a specific edition.
Okay, gotcha.
It was not clear. Pixark? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I know what that one is. Okay. It's a survival game in pixel art.
Oh, good. I actually got the name right.
Yeah, you did.
Just Dance 2019 is coming. Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which a lot of people are saying is going to be awful because of the layout.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, I don't blame them.
I'm interested to see how that runs.
Captain Toad is coming, which we already knew about. Yes. Crash Bandicoot is Insane Trilogy is coming June 29th.
Okay.
Ninjala is coming spring 2019.
Whatever that one is.
I don't remember. Carcassonne is coming this year sometime. That's a board game.
Cool.
It's a board game, and honestly, I've played it on mobile a little bit, and it's actually pretty fun. So I'm cool with it. So
yeah, we'll probably get that one because I remember. I don't think we talked about it on the channel or on the podcast, but I remember reading that the developer goes, "Oh yeah, we're really trying to push everything for the Switch," and I looked into the developer, and they own Ticket to Ride too, the digital rights, and I'm like, absolutely, because I love Ticket to Ride. It's one of the,
it's so fun.
If anyone needs a board game to get into the board game addiction, if you need your board game drug to lead into
Ticket to
Ride is your board game drug. You play that game, unless you're Brandy,
Or Brandy. She was so mad at you.
That's the maddest I've ever seen her in 6 years.
One track. My goodness.
Unless you're Brandy, if you need a good entry level, you want someone to get into board games, it legitimately is. Ticket to Ride is probably the best way to introduce people into board games to get them going on that.
By the way, Michael, sorry that you are deaf now because Brandy has started yelling at John.
Oh, they don't listen to the podcast together, thank God.
Yeah. He's still going to be deaf because she's going to let him know all about it.
Him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was so funny.
It was hilarious.
That was really funny. I
really did feel bad for her.
I really messed her up.
Yeah. One train. And Dark Souls is coming this summer.
Cool. I just want my amiibo.
Yeah. I'm just happy that we know that it's coming this summer because we hadn't heard anything.
Yep. And then the P there,
he has to raise his stones.
I already said that. What we all knew was coming was Smash Brothers.
Yes. It's called Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
And my God, was this a word vomit one too?
I'm so glad it was not infinite.
Yeah, I'm glad it was infinite either. I would have been pissed.
Yeah.
All right, so let's hit. I mean, okay. Sakura-san, the developer of
Sakura. I think.
The developer.
Yeah.
The guy that he's. Let's bow down to this man. My God.
He looked a little tired.
He looked.
I don't blame him.
Beat.
He looked a little tired.
And I really, really don't blame him because, I mean, okay, so we are getting every single Smash Brother character that has ever been.
Even if they've only been in one of the games.
60 plus characters. Let that sit in for a second. Confirmed. Unfortunately, Waluigi didn't happen.
Not yet.
I'm on the train. I'm on the train now.
I really do think that they're going to have some DLC for this.
I think so too. I
think it's going to take some
next
time.
Year
yeah.
To let that man sleep for like 6 months.
Seriously.
He has to have been working on this thing for. I mean, well, they said 3 years.
Yeah.
3 or 4 years they've been working on it. They have fine-tuned and detailed everything.
Yeah.
Like I know there's a lot that goes into video games. I would love to learn what goes into it. I know there's a book that I really want to buy that talks about gaming and how it's developed and whatnot. I don't even know how this man does this. How he pulls this magic off.
He has a team.
He has a team and he has care and like you have to know he's a perfectionist.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, okay, what are the new? Okay, so we get Echo characters, which are characters that are offshots of different.
For example,
there we go.
Corrin has a male and a female. No, that's not even it. That's just going to be pick your character.
Dark Pit.
Dark Pit is going to be the Echo character of Pit. Lucina is going to be the Echo character of Marth because Marth is her father. I
mean, and so they've got this.
They're from Fire Emblem, by the way.
They've got the same movesets. They just have different characteristics.
And the one that I made John go deaf for is Daisy is the Echo character of Peach.
So we're getting Daisy now.
I might have hit some really high notes.
And so I mean, they really, really pushed this one to make every Smash Brother character or Smash Brother player happy, and to bring in new people.
Yeah,
like the simplicity of this game. Looking at it, like what they told us, I was like, oh my God, anyone can pick this game up and play it now.
Yeah,
anyone. And
even Brandy.
Even Brandy.
It's okay, Brandy. We will not let Michael bully you with this.
Don't worry about it. We got you. Michael, you're not allowed to be Kirby. John,
ever.
You're not allowed to be Link.
No, any of them.
Or Lucario.
No.
I'll take Ice Climbers. Y'all are screwed, by the way.
No. They're bringing back 8-player battles.
Yes.
Mario can change outfits. He has Cappy.
Yeah,
you can put him in his builders.
Yeah, Mario Maker and his tuxedo.
Yeah,
from Odyssey. That's cool. I mean, okay, so we talked about PlayStation. We skimmed over PlayStation's quality.
Yeah, but they have a specific quality.
They have a specific quality
games
that we expect from first party PlayStation games. Nintendo has polish.
They just put that little polish on there.
Down to a T. It is impressive.
For example, we're now going to have female Pikachu.
Yes.
In Smash Brothers.
In Smash Brothers, you can be female Pikachu.
Yeah.
And Luchadore Pikachu is female. It's the female one. We have the Squidlings. Well, you want to change Squidling colors? You get 6 or 8. No, it's 8. 8 Squidlings.
Inklings. The Squidling. They have not announced Squidlings
I'm sure they're coming. But
I'm sure they will, but first we got to get that expansion for Splatoon and see how that goes.
Which comes out as of this recording tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we've got 8 Squidlings? Inklings. We have 8 Inklings, and all of them have different colors.
Yeah, each one has different ink. If you get painted with their ink, then you take extra damage.
That's crazy.
Link now has remote exploding bombs.
Yeah, so they pulled a lot from Breath of the Wild.
Final smashes are faster. If you have a charge shot, you can charge in the air. So like as you're jumping, the example they gave was Samus.
Yeah, Samus has a charge shot and you can jump and charge on your way down. You have to be careful because you can get hit on it, but you can cancel your charge shot too, which I think is really genius.
Marth's dancing blade is faster and he's now voiced in English. Cloud has a limit break, which is specific to Final Fantasy. Once you get your limit break, it's kind of like your ult in Overwatch Ultimate.
Gotcha.
There are 8 villagers.
God,
you can choose between male and female. Some of them are super cute. Some of them are super ugly, but that's just how Animal Crossing is.
That's true.
Zelda is, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she's the Link Between Worlds version.
Yes, she's the Link Between Worlds.
They had to change it because Breath of the Wild Zelda is focused on research instead of fighting.
Yeah.
I was just like, you know what? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that level of detail and polish Nintendo does for their characters.
Also, Callie and Marie are now assist trophies, and so they start performing, and the camera zooms in, and if you're not in the shot, you get knocked off.
Yeah, so it changes the
difficulty level.
Yeah, the difficulty level, the fight stage.
You still push A and B to release smash attacks. You can use GameCube controllers.
They're making new GameCube controllers, which was was leaked before the conference.
Yeah.
Which I'm in. Those look awesome.
All amiibos are compatible. So like even if you have the red base Mario, so it's not the Super Smash Mario amiibo, you can still use it in this game.
Yes.
So you can use alternates.
Ridley from Metroid is coming.
Yes.
So that's a character now, which is awesome. And then we're getting new amiibos, which is Ridley
and the Inkling.
The Inkling and Daisy.
Oh yeah.
They said they were coming out with Daisy.
I still haven't seen the picture of Daisy.
No, they didn't even have a picture. They were like, we didn't have one ready for this, but we're gonna release Daisy as well. We've got on the amiibo side, we have 3 new Inklings.
Those are Squidlings.
Those are Squidlings. They're coming out
for Splatoon.
For the Splatoon
expansion.
Expansion, yeah. So going back to Super Smash Brothers, comes out December 7th. My God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so this game seems like it's faster. They didn't really say like how fast it is, but it seems like they lean more toward melee.
I really think that that's what they were trying to do. Like they didn't come out and say that.
No, they didn't.
But it felt like that's the direction they were going, is just, okay, we heard that you don't like how slow everything is. Yeah. So, okay, we'll make it faster.
We'll make it faster. We'll pick up the speed a little bit for you guys, because that's what you want.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. While yes, completely overwhelmed by the amount of information Smash Brothers gave us, you cannot say you are not impressed by the level of detail, care, and polish they put into this, and they are still putting into this.
Yeah.
It blows my little mind.
Yeah, because another example of their polish.
Yeah.
You can have Bayonetta in her Bayonetta 1 costume or her Bayonetta 2 costume. Her shot sounds different between the two costumes.
Is it Marth the same way?
Yeah.
Marth's voice is a little different?
Yeah, there are 2 different Marths. A Path of Radiance and I think newer. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, his voice changes.
So it's
insane.
It's insane. Like it's fast. It's a faster pace.
Yeah.
I think this is probably going to be one, if not the best Smash Brothers. I'm sure people are going to complain about it. It's going to happen, but
yeah, there will be something that's not quite right.
Find your GameCube controllers.
Yeah.
If you have one of those GameCube controller adapters, cool. Apparently there's another one out there for $20 as a third party. It seems like Nintendo's going to re-release it at some time. That's what they were hinting at while we were watching an interview with the one of the Nintendo Treehouse people.
Yeah.
He also said that the Pro controller felt fantastic on Smash. So I'm down with that too.
I'm okay with that.
I know this is a lot of information. I know we glossed over all. We legitimately combined 4 days worth of conferences into about 2 hours and 10 minutes. Do you have anything that they missed or you wish we had in any of the conferences?
I mean, I'm still waiting for Animal Crossing, but I kind of knew that wasn't coming this year.
Yeah.
I also want to know more about Nintendo's online service.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a direct in July or
I'm
August.
not surprised that, I'm not surprised that we didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish that PlayStation would have told us more about other games that are coming.
Yeah, it might be. Let's see if I can summarize this real fast. I know you disagree with me. I think the next generation consoles are a lot closer than we think. 2020 is where I'm putting it at now because they didn't give us a reason to care after the big four talking about PlayStation. So I wonder like how close we are to the end of the PlayStation 4. How many of those big four are going to next gen? I think there are a couple. And I know before we started recording, rumor has it Xbox is going to announce their next generation console next E3.
I thought it was just saying that they're going to announce it either next year or the year after. I don't know. I read it as like, because Xbox's conference, like our architects are already working on the next console. I don't know. My brain is fried by video games. So I'm going to go play some more video games.
There you go. Anyone else that you had like problems with or you wish they said anything about or anything like that?
Xbox, please do not announce 50 games in 1 hour-and-a-half conference.
Yeah, you could have cut a lot of those out and gave us more gameplay on some of them or something like that. It was just, it was too much.
Tell us why we care about a couple games. Just a few of them.
I mean, not all. There's a certain couple ones that we know are going to be like Gears, yes. Forza, yes.
But like there was no quote unquote commercial break to let me go to the bathroom during that conference.
I'm with you on that one.
What about you? What was missing? What do you wish was there?
I know you like Square Enix. I don't see why they needed to have a conference.
No, I'm with you.
It was absolutely pointless. It was kind of a waste of my time.
I'm with you. Like, I love Square Enix. I love their games, but they didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
All of their information was given and in more detail through other conferences.
Yeah, and it was sad because they literally took it the month before to hype them up, going, I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. Well, yeah, where's the Avengers project?
Yeah.
You didn't say anything about that one, and that would have pretty much stopped E3.
Yeah.
So I mean,
they missed the mark.
I'm not worried. PlayStation, they announced their 4 games plus the other 3 or more. Yeah. Yes, we know we're getting good games from PlayStation. That's inevitable, honestly. Right. So I'm not too worried about that one.
No.
It's just I feel an end coming. I just don't know how close it is.
Yeah.
I'm very interested in this cloud gaming thing that everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
That bothers me a little bit. We'll get into that one at a later podcast. Week. Probably next week if I can. I'll do the research.
Yeah.
That one bothers me. Nintendo's was good. It started off slow, in my opinion. But it gave me what I wanted. I wish we got a little about Metroid Prime 4. Like you, though, I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
I was really, really hoping that I was going to pull the rabbit out of the hat with the Metro Prime trilogy. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
I thought I was going to be the smartest man on the face of the planet for 20 seconds. And it didn't happen. So
maybe next E3.
I'm a little disappointed in that one, but I get it. Yoshi got pushed back to 2019. They didn't say anything about that one.
No. That we found out about through Twitter.
Yeah. I'm with you on more Joy-Cons.
Yeah, more Joy-Cons.
I want purple ones.
Maybe a couple new amiibo.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Not a ton.
I mean, I still want a Captain Toad amiibo.
Yes.
I think that would be cool.
So cute.
I guess that was it. I knew there was not going to be any console like half gen talk from Nintendo.
No, that's not really how they work.
So I wasn't too worried about that one. We didn't get any 3DS games though in E3. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
I did notice that. I was like, oh my God.
I meant to say something to you earlier too.
And I mean,
I think it's just because they realize that the Switch is their bread and butter right now.
Yeah.
And so they're just like, you know what? We announced 3DS games through our normal directs, so we'll hit them up next time.
And you're probably right. That's probably what it is. I'm sure they've got a couple games.
Yeah.
Well, they said they're supporting it through 2019. So
yeah. So they've got a few more games.
We'll see what happens. Past that, it was just the little weird things here and there, but
the typical E3 stuff.
It was a typical E3. Nothing to get too excited about. I mean, Spider-Man looks cool. Kingdom Hearts 3. I can't believe that's actually a game. It's actually coming out.
Oh, as I predicted, Nobody said anything about Final Fantasy VII Remake.
You're right.
At all.
You're right.
Was not mentioned.
People are pissed.
I'm not surprised.
But you looking back at it, you're absolutely right. They would.
I don't think that they should.
Okay. Here. I'm saying my prediction. If the big four that PlayStation announced come out on the PS4, Final Fantasy Remake is a launch title of PS5.
Oh, I just think that Final Fantasy VII is going to be on the PS5.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it will be like. I don't know that it's going to be ready in time to be a launch title.
There's also that too. There's 100% you're correct on that one.
The game is ridiculous. We'll see if we ever get it. You
might be right.
I don't know.
Well, you know what? I know it's been a long one. Thank you for sticking around. If you did,
thank you so much.
It's awesome.
You're the best.
You are the best. You know what can help us out though? Is if you leave a comment on any of the podcast networks that we're on, like iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Google. Which, side note, I hear rumors that Google is going to be not launching a new Google podcast app.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later. I just want to throw that in there. Last FM, I think we're on that one.
Buzzsprout,
Stitcher, all those stuff. If you're listening to this on YouTube, probably not going to have very many graphics. I'm not going to lie to you because it's freaking late and I still have to work on this and get it out ASAP. So sorry about that, but please, if you follow us, like us on YouTube, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, let us know what you want to hear us talk about. Also, we do video games every single day. We're coming to a point where we need some suggestions on games.
Yeah.
We got some ideas, but new games are coming. If you're a Twitch person, we're on Twitch now. Look for us on Couchcapades Plays. We put our videos up there as well, minus the podcast.
Yeah.
If you want the podcast on Twitch, I'll put it there. I just kind of figured just video games.
Yeah, so far.
So let us know on that one. And find us on Twitter,
Instagram,
and Facebook. And don't forget,
always level up.
See you next week.
Bye.